give it all. All that I got will never stop. I give it all. Straight to the top, will never stop. I give it all. All that I have, I let it be. Cause nobody's better than me. What do you see? Give it all. Yeah, all that I got, I give it everything. They lost the plot, they think I'm menacing. They wanna talk, but I ain't settling. Circle is tight, feeling like better rings. Whole lot of globe fighting, man, they don't know nada. Bro, gotta show something to me and go harder. So proper, nah, not that, we sure gotta give it all raw, man, like Don Dallas. All that I got will never stop. I give it all. Straight to the top, will never fly. I give it all. They want me rock, they never blow. I give it all. Whoa, what you say, my man? Give it all. Whoa, hey, give it all, give it all. Whoa, yeah, stand tall, give it all. All that I have, I let it be. Cause nobody's better than me. What do you see? Give it all. What do you think when people look at me? 100 degrees tougher than Booker T. Couldn't agree more, but could it be? I think higher than them all. Truthfully, my pen fire and then some. A body addendum. Take this whole thing for ransom. Give it all I got for attention. Not a mention of life well lived, for instance. Give it all.
Welcome, fans, to Live and Free on OH Report. I'm ZACK TRUAX. Jory Skaronski is the woman behind the scenes, and Keaton Cooper is on camera. Week 3. Regional semifinals of the Ohio High School Football Playoffs is here, and OH Report has sent me to the mecca of Ohio high school football, MASSILLON, Ohio. We're at MASSILLON Perry High School, just down the road from historic MASSILLON Washington High School, to watch number 2 seed 11-1 Hillsdale Falcons take on the number 3 seed 11-1 Malvern Hornets. These teams are mirror images of each other. So what will each team need to do in order to win, and what players will be key factors in determining that outcome? Well, we'll get into all that right after we hear a quick word from our generous sponsors who make this live stream possible.
Picking up new hobbies such as cooking is another manly way to avoid depression and reduce stress. Today, I'm going to teach you how to make my world-famous guaco mahogany. First, mash up 5 or 6 of these green things. Then add hot sauce, this lettuce stuff, these red things, salt, some of this stuff, and limes, and finally, bacon to taste. Delicious.
let's go.
They been sleeping on me.
Welcome back, MASSILLON Berry High School. This is ZACK TRUAX on OH.REPORT, and welcome to the Sloan Concrete pregame show. So, we're going to talk about the away team first. That would be the Malvern Hornets. And Malvern tonight comes in with an 11-1 record. And since the 2020 season, Malvern has been an impressive 38-9. But this is the deepest playoff run in that same time period. Malvern is looking to take the next step to get to the regional championship game. To do that, they'll need a big game from the guy in our player spotlight. But first, let's look at our player spotlight, and that is number 15, Big Jared Withrow. The 6'5", 190-pound senior is a returning first-team All-Ohio quarterback. Withrow has played in 43 varsity games in his 4 years at Malvern and has thrown for almost 7,000 career yards and 81 career touchdowns. 2,300 of those yards and 27 touchdowns have come this season. And now we'll look at the home team spotlight, and that would be the Hillsdale Falcons. Young, balanced, and talented. Hillsdale enters tonight also with an 11-1 record. This is the deepest playoff run for Hillsdale in a long time. That being said, the majority of the starters on both sides of the ball are juniors, and their sensational quarterback, Cale Lewis, is a sophomore. So I'm sure this won't be the last deep playoff run for Hillsdale. They've won all year because of great balance in their offensive attack and great depth throughout the team. They match up very evenly with Malvern at almost every position tonight. But I think the guy that gives Hillsdale a slight edge in this game, the player I selected for the player spotlight, is number 26, Owen Sloan. And there you see the stats for Mr. Sloan. He's 5'10", 180 pounds, and he's got a great knack for finding the crease in the crowded line, pressing the hole, reading the blocks, and bursting through for big gains, as you can see on this video. He's rushed for 1,169 yards on 158 carries and 26 total touchdowns. In my opinion, if Hillsdale wins tonight, it will be because Sloan had a big game. And as you see right here, the videos of Sloan, like I said, great ability to kind of make he makes a great cut sometimes behind the line of scrimmage, but he reads those offensive linemen so well and can get downfield in a hurry. As we see the Hillsdale band start to take the field, we'll talk about our keys to victory. And for Malvern, what does Malvern have to do to win tonight? Well, on offense, go with what brought you this far. But patience is a virtue. Often, Hillsdale plays a bend but don't break style of defense and rarely blitzes. Malvern must be patient enough to take the checkdowns and run the ball for 3- and 4-yard gains. Withrow loves throwing the long ball to number 11, Rodney Smith. I think Hillsdale's really going to try and take that away from them tonight and make them earn all the way down the field. So for Malvern, they must be patient on offense. On defense, they need to force Cale Lewis out of the pocket. Lewis is great at sitting in the pocket and reading that defense and finding someone open and sliding up and keeping his eyes downfield. If Malvern can force him to roll right or left, that will eliminate half the field and half the receivers. I think that's very important for Malvern to do on the defensive side. Now, what are the keys for Hillsdale tonight to help them win? Well, I talked about Hillsdale and how balanced they have been all year. And they need to stay with that balance tonight more than any game all year. Last week, you really saw them rely heavily on the pass. They obviously had some mismatches on the back end. That won't happen tonight. Like I said, Malvern and Hillsdale match up very evenly on the back end. So Hillsdale will have to play on offense, very complimentary football, and they are going to have to be able to run the ball, establish the run if they want to get those wide receivers open, because those guys aren't just going to run free on their own. On defense, let the athletes be the athletes on the back end if you're Hillsdale, and force Malvern to be patient, something they haven't been, no one's forced them to do all year. So really, you've got to put the clamps on. Rodney Smith is the guy you got to put the clamps on if you're Hillsdale. You've got to double him up. Don't let him get loose on a deep ball and make Malvern earn it all the way down the field. And now the teams are getting ready to take the field. We're about 7 minutes from kickoff. We'll take a quick break. When we come back, we'll have the kickoff. Stick with us, folks. We'll be right back. OH Report, live and free.
Men have a way of doing things. A man has his way of eating, of exercising, of keeping his hands warm, and of straightening up. So, when a man faces a serious life problem like divorce, depression, or suicidal thoughts, shouldn't a man have a way to deal with that too? Well, now he does. I'm Dr. Rich Mahogany. Visit me at mantherapy.org.
They been sleeping on me, think it's time to wake 'em up. They been sleeping on me, think it's time.
Welcome back to the Sloan Concrete pregame show on OH Report, live and free from Perry High School. Our crew had a chance to go out and meet with the Hillsdale team and coaches, and we took some video. Let's watch that video now.
Well, we expected to be here. You know, we've been putting in the work since May of this summer, and we put our goals forward, and we know where we are. We want to do our jobs to the best of our ability. That's how it's been every week this year. Our coaches are always really good at getting us prepared, so we know what we need to do. We know how to step up, and when things get rough, like we know that we got it, so we don't need to worry about it.
I feel like we're peaking at the right time. Everything's been going really smoothly. You know, we've had a couple injuries, but we've been able to recover. And, yeah, we're playing really well right now. I feel like we're playing as best as we can. Yeah, there's only like 6 of us seniors, so it's been special with these guys and just seeing how the young guys have improved. And, yeah, like our young guys, they've done really well this year for us. Yeah, going into this week, it's just, we're just looking at the guy across from us and just trying to destroy them. That's pretty much the mindset.
And that was the national anthem performed by the Hillsdale Marching Band. About 2 minutes, 40 seconds till kickoff, and we'll wrap up the Sloan pregame show here at Perry High School as both teams prepare to take the field. Great video there by our crew at OH.REPORT highlighting the Hillsdale Falcons. Hillsdale, for the first time in their school history, have a 1,000-yard receiver, and that is number 10, Big Hayden McFadden. Also, Hillsdale has a 1,000-yard running back, and that is number 26, Owen Sloan. Hillsdale won the toss, and they elected to defer to the second half. Malvern takes the ball. So your starting lineup tonight for Hillsdale on defense: Harlan Young at number 2 quarterback, number 3 Brock Bowers playing safety, Knox Lewis, number 5 defensive end, Kyle Turk is also in there on defense, Aiden Hoffman, an inside linebacker, Hayden McFadden plays cornerback, Jake Haven at defensive tackle, Owen Sloan outside linebacker, Brady Heller is the team leader in tackles, 109 tackles this year, Deacon Borman, you'll see him on defense, Lincoln Jones will play defensive tackle, and Brady Kirchbaum plays defensive end. For the Malvern Hornets on offense, their quarterback, as I spoke earlier, is the returning All-Ohioan first-teamer, number 15, Jared Withrow, 2,300 passing yards this year, 27 touchdowns. His favorite target is 6'3", 190-pound Rodney Smith. I'm sorry, 6'2", 170-pound Rodney Smith. Watch for Smith on go routes. They love to stretch the field with Smith. Julius Gore is the running back, but he'll share a lot of the totes with number 45, Drake Hutchinson. Roy Simmons, 5'7", 155-pound junior, is great as a release valve for Withrow. Jordy Decken, wide receiver, 6'3", 185. Josh Unch, wide receiver, 5'11", 185 pounds. Their line goes like this. At left tackle, Braden Miller, 6'7", 250. I'm sorry. Yes, the defense. That's Malvern's offense, yes. On the offensive line, they go like this. 6'7", 250. Braden Miller at guard. Gabe Campbell, 5'10", 165 at center. Owen Ball, 6'3", 175 at guard. Aiden Wren, 6'1", 250. And at right tackle, Darnell Miller, 5'9", 230. And big Darnell Miller will turn around and he'll play nose guard. I've got to imagine at 5'9", 230, Miller is a disruptor in the interior of that line. So we're setting up to kick it off here Friday night at Perry High School, MASSILLON Perry. Regional semifinals. Each team trying to punch their ticket to the regional championship game next week. Hayden McFadden toes the ball for Hillsdale, and it's away. Short kick right away. Fumbled and now covered by the up man for Malvern. Malvern looks to have the ball around the 32-yard line. Drake Hutchinson falls on that ball. Malvern comes out on offense. Now watch, I talked about Withrow throwing the ball, and he is a very good thrower. But, man, he can run, too. I've seen some highlights of him taking off when everyone's covered. Quarterback draws. Right away, Malvern comes out, trips right, single back set in a pistol formation behind Withrow. Right away, finds Rodney Smith open across the middle for a 9-yard gain. And I talked about it right away. Malvern taking the short pass, being patient. Like I said, Hillsdale does have some great athletes on the back end. They've got between Young and McFadden, they have six. They have 6 pick sixes this year between the two of them. Again, trips right, pistol formation. Withrow takes the ball. This time it's a handoff up the middle, and it looks like they've got just enough for a first down. That's number 8, Julius Gore on the carry for a short game. Gore's a big back, 6'2", 190 pounds. You'd really think that they would feature more of a running game with a physical specimen like that at running back, but they are a passing team first for sure. Withrow has got the signal now, brings it in the huddle. Again, pistol formation. Now we go Now we go 4 wide, twins right, twins left. Gore the lone setback behind Withrow in a pistol. Withrow calls the ball, rolls to his right. Has got number 3, Roy Simmons open, and he's ahead for almost another first down. It's going to be close. And they're going to call it. Nope, they're going to call first down. So Withrow right there showing great accuracy, finding Roy Simmons, 5'7", 155-pound junior. And Malvern's got something cooking here. 2 first downs in 3 plays. Haven't stretched the field yet, but if they're going to take a shot, you got to imagine it's right here. Again, twins right, twins left. Gore the single back in the pistol. Withrow at quarterback, calls for the ball. Handoff again to Gore. Gore met at the line of scrimmage and stuffed for no gain. And that's your leading tackler for the year, making that stop for Hillsdale, Brady Heller, from his inside linebacker position coming up and making that stop. Want to thank Brew'd Coffee and Donut Shop for our instant replays tonight. And we have 2 home kitchen supply first downs already on this drive. Trips right, single receiver left. I'm sorry, trips left, single receiver right. Gore the sit back. Fake to Gore. Withrow rolls to his left. He's got Smith open down the sidelines. Slips away. We talked about if you're going to take a shot right now, it was then. Malvern had not pressed the ball down the field yet. Right there is the first time they stretched the field. We'll see it on the replay here. Oh, Smith makes a great move to get open on a deep out there and just gets past Holland Young for a first down. By far, this is the most talented group of receivers Hillsdale has faced yet this year, maybe in a long time. And they are ahead for another home and kitchen supply first down. Jet sweep now to Simmons, and he is stopped quickly. But if you're Malvern, you have to stick with this. You do not want to abandon this kind of balance. You have to be patient because Hillsdale does play a bend but don't break defense, and they're very good inside this spot. Nice tackle by number 12 for Hillsdale. Lincoln Jones from his defensive tackle spot making that tackle for about a 2-yard gain. Well, it's been pass run, pass run, pass run. So if you're following along at home, you're looking for Withrow to pass here. Pistol formation, trips left. Withrow calls to the ball, fake to Gore, looks across the middle. It's intercepted. Hillsdale picks it off. That looks like number 20, Kyle Turk. That is Turk's 3rd interception in 2 games. Turk coming up big for the Falcons, and that is what Hillsdale has made their living on all year. Bend but do not break. They get so good down there close to their own goal line, and they take over 1st and 10 at the 15-yard line. Great play by Turk, sitting back and reading the quarterback's eyes in that zone defense. So now Hillsdale comes out on offense. Cale Lewis, the quarterback. Like I said, I expect a big game from number 26, Owen Sloan, tonight. 2 to the right. Sloan in the sidecar. Quick pass. And that's quick pass and great run. We've got a number here. That is number 2, Holland Young, with a great play right away. Hillsdale doing a great job self-scouting. I have to imagine if you're Malvern, you're following Hayden McFadden all over the field tonight. So your first play, of course, throw it to Holland Young for about a. Oh, we have holding. Oh, it's a very costly penalty. Holding sounded like it was on Young. So we mark it back half the distance to the goal. Now it's 1st and about 17. 1st and about 17 from the 7-yard line. Hillsdale comes out. 2 receivers right. Sloan in the pistol. Sloan in the sidecar. Havens at H-back. Throwing again on first down. And this time it is in and out of the hands of Holland Young. Just took his eyes down a little too soon. You'll see on the Brew'd Coffee and Donut Shop replay here, hits him in the hands, but you see his head just turn a little too soon, looking for that defender, and drops the ball, makes it 2nd and 15. Lewis with the play in the huddle now, and they have not dropped too many passes this year. So an auspicious start for Hillsdale so far. This time they hand it off to Sloan. He gets the corner. He's ahead for positive yards, and he makes it about 3rd and 11. Great blocking on the edge there by Hillsdale, getting a hat on a hat. Sloan they're just changing the line of scrimmage there. We'll see if Hillsdale tries to get a first down right here, or if they're content to just get some positive yards and punt. Hillsdale comes out, twins right, twins left. Sloan is single back in the backfield. Lewis takes the ball, looking to pass. Oh, it's picked off right away. Number 64, Malvern, Braden Miller, the defensive end. Oh my gosh. Hillsdale had a screen set up, and Miller just read it perfectly. Oh, you just got to block a little longer on that screen. Miller picks it off for a defensive touchdown, and Malvern goes up 6-0 on the shortest pick six you'll see all year. Malvern coming out, and we'll see if they're going to go for 2 here. Malvern does select to go for 2. This is interesting because Hillsdale has a great PAT kicker, A.J. Brown. So this is a bit of a cat and mouse game here with Malvern. And a 2-point conversion is good. That is completed to number 9 for Malvern. Rocco. It looks like Rocco Mariucci. And the replay here, beautiful route concept there. And Rocco was wide open for an easy 2-point conversion. And Hillsdale is getting punched in the mouth right away. Let's see how the Falcons respond on offense here. First possession, the first play went for positive yards, got called for holding. And then they come in, drop an easy catch. They get some positive yards on the run, then try and go to a screen pass that is quickly sniffed out by Malvern's defense. As Braden Miller, number 60, the defensive end, comes up, makes a nice play. Malvern set the kickoff. Hillsdale set to receive. Ball's away, short kick again, fielded by the up man. And it looks like Brady Heller. Now Heller made a move from tight end to center this year, so he's, when you kick short, you try and pick out a guy with a number 50 on his jersey, right? Because they're not used to handling the ball. But Brady Heller has been a tight end, has caught passes early in his career, so handles the ball well and gets ahead about 7 yards, sets up Hillsdale in beautiful field position on about the 42-yard line. Hillsdale comes out. They have an unbalanced look. And we got a jet sweep to McFadden, but it's sniffed out quickly. Malvern keying on McFadden, ignoring everybody else. We'll see that on the Brew'd Coffee and Donut Shop instant replay. Nobody on Malvern's defense went with the running back. Everybody followed Hayden McFadden to the football. And that's a loss of 3 for the Falcons. Well, I really like to see Hillsdale here start to lean on that number 26 in that run game. Maybe, and it's their time to be patient. Hillsdale back to pass again, going deep. Oh, that's going to draw a flag. No flags. There it is. Okay, got a late flag on the side there. It's hard to see through these windows. Jory, we need some Windex up here. Clean these windows off. It's hard to see. But obvious pass interference there. And we're going to move the ball ahead 15 yards for Hillsdale. They'll get a first down out of this. It was good coverage by the Malvern defensive back. He was right there in phase, stride for stride. But you've got to get your head turned around and play the ball at that point. The receiver stuck his hands up, and Malvern defensive back just flat out mugged him. So sets up Hillsdale 1st and 10 on the good side of the 50 for them. 46-yard line. Lewis takes the ball, throws another deep ball, this time to McFadden coming down on it. Oh, just overthrows McFadden on another fade route on 1st and 10. And Hillsdale really pressing right now. McFadden had a step, and you can tell Malvern, their defensive backs that look like have been coached to say, listen, we'll give up a 15-yard pass interference. What we don't want to give up is these 40, 50-yard long touchdown passes to Hillsdale. So if you're burnt, grab a hold of them, pull them down, give up 15, live to fight another day. Lewis in the pistol, handoff to Sloan this time. And there's Sloan ahead for his second nice gain of the game. He's ahead for 11 yards and a first down. Great job by Sloan just reading his blockers. Watch him follow the blocker. Great job by number 15, Big Jake Haven, pushing ahead. Sloan just following him down the field. He does that so well. 1st and 10. That's another home and kitchen supply first down. Handoff to Sloan again. And he's ahead for about, looks like 4 yards. Yeah, great run by Sloan. Second down and 5 on a 5 hard-earned yards, but man, so important. Now Hillsdale playing more complementary football going down the field. Twins right, twins left, single receiver right. Sloan in the backfield. Lewis takes the ball, looking for someone. Now he's flushed right, switches directions, and we talked about that in the pregame show. Lewis does a great job at climbing the pocket, but if you can get him moving to his right or his left, that cuts off the field. He's not nearly as effective when he's trying to roll right or left. That's what Malvern needs to do. Flush him out of the pocket. Creates a 3rd and 5. Hillsdale has not run the ball to the left yet. And 3rd and 5, I got to believe Hillsdale goes for it on 4th down here. If I'm Hillsdale, I'm calling in 2 running plays. Hillsdale breaks the huddle. McFadden split left. Sloan in the backfield with Lewis. The give to Sloan again, and he is ahead for a Buckeye Horizon first down. 1st and 10 for Hillsdale. This is just what the doctor ordered, complimentary football. Now leaning on Sloan, going all the way down the field. Malvern leading 8-0 with about 5:50 to go in the first quarter. Malvern scoring on a pick 6 by defensive end. Hillsdale on the drive now. And that heavy package again. And that's going to be a legal procedure on Hillsdale. That's their second penalty of the night. But Hillsdale coming out in more of a power run offense there. And watch 15, Jake Haven, when he's in the H-back spot, a lot of times he will take you to where the ball is going. So now it makes it 1st and 15. Hillsdale behind the sticks now, but I really got to believe they want to stay with running the football. It's been effective. At 1st and 15, you get 5 yards on 3 carries. You're looking at a first down. And there's the give to Sloan again. He gets the edge again, and he is ahead for about 10 yards. Sloan is dicing up this Malvern defense, and you got to think, if they give me the run, I'm taking the run. Hillsdale just being more physical at the point of attack and leaning on that run game. Second and scoreboard's calling it 2nd and 6. About the 15-yard line. Sloan comes out, sidecar to the left now. Hillsdale staying with that power formation. One receiver. Sloan up the middle, makes a man miss, bounces it to the right. And he is ahead for another. Well, it's got to be 1st and goal. Yeah, that is another Buckeye Horizon 1st down for Sloan. And at the top of the show, I said, if Hillsdale wins this game, it'll be on the back of Owen Sloan. And in this second possession for Hillsdale, they have figured that out too, and they are marching the ball straight down the field. Hillsdale in that heavy package again. Lewis and Haven at the H-back spot in the tight end spot, and Sloan ahead, reaches for the pylon, and he is in for a touchdown behind that big offensive line, along with Knox Lewis, and Jake Haven punches the ball ahead for a touchdown. Great block by Haven on the edge, sets the edge, and then Sloan just runs through 2 arm tackles. Hillsdale comes out. They kind of did this muddle huddle thing last week. Watch them snap the ball directly left to try for a 2-point conversion. A.J. Brown's a very good PAT kicker. A.J. Brown this year so far is 54 of 56 on PATs. Make that 55 of 57 on PATs. Whistles blow. Now, if this is on Malvern, Coach Klein has shown that he will, and it's on Hillsdale. I was going to say, if this is on Malvern, Coach Klein has shown he will take points off the board, so to speak, and go for 2. But it's on Hillsdale, so they set up for the PAT again from 5 yards further back. But A.J. Brown, I hate to put the announcer jinx on him, but A.J. Brown has been automatic this year. Oh, this time it's trouble. I put the jinx on him. That's my fault. Either way, we'll take a break. When we come back, Hillsdale kicks off.
Hi, I'm Josh with Scout Construction, proud sponsor of local teams and athletes. Check out your favorite local sports right here on the OH Report.
They been sleeping on me, think it's time to wake 'em up. They been sleeping on me, think it's time to wake 'em up. You've been playing it safe, now it's time to shake it up. Playing it safe, now it's time to shake it up. So it's time to make a change.
Welcome back to Perry High School. Hillsdale on a beautiful drive. Gets on the board, make it 8-6, but misses the PAT. That one's on me, folks. As number 10, Hayden McFadden gets ready to kick the ball off to Malvern again. Malvern went right down the field, but the ball was intercepted. And another short kick fielded by the up man. And he's got a crease. This is trouble here. Nice tackle by number 10. Was that Hayden Young on the tackle too? Let me try and get a number on that. Yeah. No, number 20. Oh, number 24. Hillsdale having a good game tonight. That's Kyle Turk, I believe. Number 24, Hillsdale, had the interception that stopped the first drive and comes up with a nice tackle on the kickoff coverage. Hillsdale comes out. 4-man down line. Malvern on offense. Quick stoppage here. I'm not sure why we're stopped. But a little break here as they reset the play clock. But Malvern was ready. They didn't really need to the play clock reset. They're ready to go. So we get it reset. And it's running, and we reset it again. This is a play clock issue, folks. So we're trying to reset the play clock for a team that's ready to snap the ball. I'm not sure why. Here we go. Play clock reset. Malvern snaps the ball 3 seconds in. Handoff to Hutchinson up the middle. Hillsdale stops him right away. Malvern has not been successful running the ball all night. In contrast, Hillsdale has ran the ball very effectively and not passed the ball well. 2nd down and 9 from the 42. And Malvern, like Hillsdale, a lot of times the quarterback comes over and gets the play, brings it in the huddle. Trips left for Withrow. Looks like Hutchinson in the backfield. Withrow takes the ball. He's in trouble, rolls up, Hillsdale's got him wrapped up, and that is a sack by number 12. Lincoln Jones with the tackle, number 12. Lincoln Jones wearing number 12 and playing defensive tackle throws me off a little bit. But Lincoln Jones with a very nice play there, puts Malvern behind the sticks, 3rd and long. Let's see if Hillsdale can get off the field right here and give themselves a chance to get the lead. Malvern breaks the huddle. Trips left again. Boy, if you're Hillsdale's defense, you have to know where number 11 is on the field right now, because that is Withrow's favorite target. Fakes, rolls to his right. Smith is wide open, but he selects to go down, or check down, I mean, to number 10. That's Jordan Detkin, the 6'3", 185-pound senior. Helps his quarterback convert, and boy, that is a big cushion by Young there on 3rd and 10. Young must have gave him about a 20-yard cushion. Got to understand, got to defend the sticks. The thing was, Smith was open in a slot running down the middle. I think if you're Hillsdale, I think you've got to come up and you've got to start to challenge these Malvern wide receivers at the line of scrimmage, because they are getting off way too easy, and they're finding holes in the Hillsdale defensive backfield. Got to do something, try and disrupt the timing of this pass game. Withrow rolls to his right now. Got number 2, Josh Unch. Josh Unch, but tackled quickly. But tackled by number 26, Owen Sloan. Second and 7 here for Malvern after a big conversion of 3rd and about 12 or 13. Malvern comes out, trips left again, single receiver right. That's Hutchinson in the pistol behind Withrow. Withrow takes a snap, fake to Hutchinson, quick pass out to Simmons. Simmons gets the corner and ahead for some positive yards. Hillsdale tracks him down to make it a very 3rd and manageable. Roy Simmons ahead for a nice game. And Withrow spreading the love around the night on quick passes and just being very efficient, except for that interception at the goal line by Kyle Turk. Turk has 3 interceptions in 2 games now. Withrow in the shotgun, trips right this time. That's Hutchinson in the backfield again. This time, Hutchinson gets the ball and met right away. But Hillsdale has as sure tacklers as you can get at linebacker, from number 52, Brady Heller, number 26, Owen Sloan. Those guys, not many people run away from those tackles, but it's enough for a Malvern 1st down, even with a short game. Malvern with a 1st and 10 from the Falcon 36. Announcer called it 31, but that is definitely the 36. 5 wide now. Withrow all alone in the backfield in the shotgun. Man in motion, calls for it, fakes a jet sweep, looks down the field. He's got Simmons wide open. Oh, no! Simmons catches the ball. He's ahead for a touchdown. Hillsdale had a safety there, but came up and just put a shoulder on him, didn't wrap him up. Boy, this is way too late in the regular season just to be putting shoulders on people. You've got to hit them and wrap them up. Simmons runs wide open, and that's number 3, Brock Bauer, comes up and puts a shoulder into Simmons, but Simmons, great job keeping his balance and getting into the end zone. makes it Malvern 14, Hillsdale 6. Malvern on for another PAT. They're going to go for a 2-point conversion. Excuse me. Come out in a 5 wide for the PAT attempt. Malvern goes for 2. Withrow with all day. Now steps up under pressure. Forced out of the pocket. And that is picked off again. This time it's number 2, Holland Young, snuffing that 2-point conversion out. But the damage is done. Malvern marches down on their second drive to get a touchdown. We'll take a break. When we come back, Malvern kicks off. Stick with us.
Hi, I'm Josh with Scout Construction, proud sponsor of local teams and athletes. Check out your favorite local sports right here on the OH Report.
They been sleeping on me, think it's time.
Welcome back to Live and Free on OH Report. We're at MASSILLON Perry High School. Malvern Hornets have just scored to make it 14-6. They missed a 2-point conversion, but the damage is done. They kick off now. Everyone's kicking off short this year. Malvern stays with a short kickoff. It's fielded beautifully by number 20, Kyle Turk. Have a game, young man. Kirk puts the Falcons in great field position here on their side of the 50. And maybe I'm just old school, I don't know, old head. I'm not a boomer, I'm a Gen Xer. But golly, can we kick it down the stinking field and go cover the football? I kind of miss that stuff. Both these offenses are prolific. I don't know why you give these guys short fields. Either way. Here we go. Lewis in the gun from the good side of the 50. There's a flea flicker. He's got Young deep, but underthrows it a bit. Young goes up and just in and out of his hands. Really nice defensive play there. Great idea by the Hillsdale coaches, just well covered by Malvern. Flea flicker knocks Lewis, or Cale Lewis just fumbles it a little bit. Can't quite get everything on it. McFadden has to cut his route off short, come back for that. Had Lewis been able to get everything under it, I think Hayden McFadden runs under that ball for 6. Either way, 2nd and 10. Love the play call there. Hillsdale comes out in that heavy package again with Knox Lewis at tight end, Jake Caven to H-back, and Sloan runs right behind him and dices him up for a 1st down yardage. Folks, if they can't stop it, keep running it. And Owen Sloan ahead for another big gain. That's a Buckeye Horizon. 1st and 10 for Hillsdale, and that brings us to the end of a very entertaining first quarter here at MASSILLON Perry High School. We'll take a break. When we come back, 1st and 10, Hillsdale on their side of the 50. Welcome back to Perry High School. This is ZACK TRUAX on OH Report, live and free, as the Hillsdale Falcons try and get back even with the Malvern Hornets. Hillsdale's got the ball on the 35-yard line, and it's been the Owen Sloan show tonight. Hillsdale has switched to a heavy package and running behind knocks Lewis and Jake Haven quite a bit. Quick out pass there to number 2, Holland Young, goes for a couple yards. Tackle by Unch. Hillsdale 2nd and about 7 right now. Hillsdale breaks the huddle. And we've got pretty standard, pretty old school set here. 2 receivers, 1 running back. We're gonna trap play up the middle. Sloan's so good at that. Breaks some tackles, gets in the free. It's Sloan ahead for a touchdown. What a run. Oh, Sloan reading his tacklers, then breaking about 3 tackles ahead for another Hillsdale touchdown. And Hillsdale can get even with an A.J. Brown PAT. Runs behind his blockers, 1 tackle, 2 tackle, 3 tackle, 4 tackles broken, and Owen Sloan being shifty and gets his 2nd touchdown of the night. Hillsdale lining up for the PAT. That puts Owen Sloan over 100 yards for the night and 2 touchdowns. A.J. Brown lines up to kick the PAT. And A.J. Brown does A.J. Brown things and puts it through the uprights. That makes it Hillsdale 13, Malvern 14. We'll take a break. When we come back, Hillsdale kicks off to Malvern. Stick with us. We'll be right back.
Hi, I'm Josh with Scout Construction, proud sponsor of local teams and athletes. Check out your favorite local sports right here on the OH Report.
They been sleeping on me, think it's time to wake 'em up.
Welcome back to Perry High School. As Hillsdale gets set to kick off, that's number 10, Hayden McFadden, getting ready to toe the ball up for Hillsdale. And it's been short kicks by both teams all night. Both teams with prolific offenses. You know, classic knowledge, conventional wisdom say kick it deep, try and make it earn them all the way, trying to make it earn all the way down the field. Neither team's done that tonight. We'll see if Hillsdale changes. Now Hillsdale did kick it deep a couple times last week and got burned on kick coverage. But man, at this point in the playoffs, you've got to be able to kick it deep and you've got to be able to cover the kickoffs. So we'll see what Hillsdale decides to do this time. Will they kick it deep or will they have another short kick? McFadden puts the foot to the ball. It's another short kick and easily fielded by Malvern. Number 30 fields that for Malvern and is ahead to the 49-yard line. So Malvern with half a field to go to get another touchdown. Both teams have done a really nice job. Their up men have done a great job at handling the football and not just falling on it, but running for 5-10 yards after they field it to set their respective offenses up in great field position. So Malvern now, quarterback with over 2,300 yards through the air, has got a half a field to go to score a touchdown. And we've got a little bit of a break in the action here. Not sure what's going on. Now, Malvern comes the ball now. Trips left. Withrow in the gun. Looks like Hutchinson behind him. Single receiver to the right. Withrow calls to the ball. Rolls to his left. Looking for Rodney Smith. Smith catches it and fumbles it, and they're calling it incomplete. Oh, that was so close. Let's see it on the Brew'd Coffee and Donut replay. Boy, I thought this was a catch and a fumble. But no, great play by number 2, Holland Young, to break that up. As we talked about, number 11 for Malvern is Withrow's favorite target by far. if number 11, Rodney Smith, is on the field, you know where he's at, because that is who Withrow is going to look to first. Trips left again, single receiver to the right. Running back in a pistol set. Withrow calls the ball. This is a handoff this time up the middle. That's Gore getting the ball. And he gets a couple, makes it 3rd and about 7, but long pass plays have not been a problem for Malvern tonight. And truthfully, on this side of the 50, why wouldn't you go for it on 4th down? I've got to imagine if Malvern doesn't get all of it right here, they're going for it on 4th down, because you're on the good side of the 50, so to speak. Withrow's got the call, takes it in the huddle. We've got twins right, twins left. Rodney Smith is in the slot. Gore in the pistol. Withrow rolls left. Oh, and that's almost picked off. Holland Young almost gets an interception. If he had, he'd gone for 6 the other way. Young just squatting on that route. Wow, great job by Young learning from the last time. Because the last time Malvern had a 3rd and long, they ran that same play. Holland Young, I talked about it, gave way too much cushion. This time, Holland Young squats on that curl route, comes up and makes a play. Hats off to Holland Young for learning as the game goes on, starting to identify tendencies. Really nicely played by that young man. And Malvern comes out to punt. Number 3, Brock Bauer, goes back as a return man for Hillsdale. First punt of the game by either team. And the ball is touched down at around the 22. Rodney Smith, the punter on that. Hillsdale takes over at the 22-yard line, somehow the worst field position they've started all night. From the 22 is the worst field position they've started all night. But Hillsdale had a chance here to get ahead, down by 1 point, 9:59 going to second quarter. And if I'm Hillsdale, I don't abandon what's worked. With 9:59 to go in the second quarter here, I'm handing the ball off to Owen Sloan behind Knox Lewis and Big Jake Haven. And that's exactly what they do, but Sloan cuts it back up the middle, and he does that so well. Sloan, what he does really well is that play is designed to go more to his right. You see the guard coming out there on the lead block, but Sloan able to see the crease just a little bit to his left, puts a foot in the ground, gets ahead for 5 yards. Really nicely done by Sloan. Looks like 2nd and 4 now for Hillsdale. Plenty of time to go here in the second quarter. Knox Lewis and Haven in motion. Pitch to Sloan now. Little student body right. He cuts it back against the grain. He's got some room there and ahead for about 6 yards and a first down. And great blocking on the edges, sealing that off by Hillsdale, allows Sloan to cut back and get first down. Buckeye Horizon, first down yardage. 1st and 10 for Hillsdale, on the march from the 34-yard line. First 2 plays of Sloan. I stay with it until they stop it. Haven at the H-back spot. Give to Sloan again, up the middle. Great hole, ahead, breaks a tackle, and Sloan is ahead for more yardage. Now he's at the 45-yard line. About a 20-yard gain. Man, Sloan might be over 200 yards before the first half is out. Hillsdale is riding the big guy. And we're at the 45-yard line now. Lewis brings a call in. And Hillsdale stays with their heavy package. Knox Lewis, Jake Haven in the game. And handoff up the middle, following his blockers. right down the 9-yard line. Hillsdale is changing the line of scrimmage on every play. Look at the push Hillsdale's getting up front. Seal block, boom, Haven ahead on the lead block, and Owen Sloan just stays right behind Haven and picks up 8 more yards. Anyone who questions the wisdom of having a 7-man sled on their football field in modern football needs to watch this game right here, because I know a few programs that don't have a 7-man sled and they can't run the ball like this. Hillsdale ahead, up ahead, and there goes Sloan, and he's got first down yards and more. Great blocking out in front by number 10. Hayden McFadden blocking downfield, springs Sloan for even more yardage. Watch it right here. Edge is sealed, and Sloan following McFadden. 5, 10, 15 more yards behind Hayden McFadden. McFadden really known for his big plays downfield, but look at him blocking there. Great football here by Hillsdale. And this is the kind of stuff warm your heart if you're an old football fan of the run play. Hillsdale comes out in a heavy package again. And this is a jet sweep to McFadden, trying to give Sloan a rest maybe. And it's ahead for about 2. Now the field becomes compressed. The safeties can walk up to the line of scrimmage a little more. So passing gets even tougher. Hillsdale has put this game in the hands of their offensive line and Owen Sloan, and it is starting to pay off. Hillsdale at the 15-yard line, 2nd and 7, looking to go ahead in this first half. About 6 minutes, 52 seconds left. Hillsdale getting the heavy package. Sloan to the right. Hand off to Sloan, up the middle, this time met right away. He's ahead for about 2. Makes it 3rd and manageable. Like we talked about, though, this is 4-down territory all the way for Hillsdale. So on this 3rd down, you really don't need to get all the yardage. You can't panic here. If you're Hillsdale, you have to stay patient here. Push ahead, get as much yards as you can, set up a 4th and manageable. You do have a heck of a kicker, too, A.J. Brown. I think he could make it from here, but I think it's too early in the game for that. If I'm Hillsdale, I want a touchdown right here. And that's Lewis and Haven in motion. They like to do this and run right behind the 2 big guys. Sloan in the sidecar to the left, calling their blocks out. And Hillsdale takes a timeout. That was trying to get Malvern to jump. Malvern holds their water. Hillsdale takes a timeout. We'll take a quick break. When we come back, Hillsdale, third and manageable from the 15.
Men have a way of doing things. A man has his way of eating, of exercising, of keeping his hands warm, and of straightening up. So, when a man faces a serious life problem like divorce, depression, or suicidal thoughts, shouldn't a man have a way to deal with that too? Well, now he does. I'm Dr. Rich Mahogany. Visit me at mantherapy.org.
Back to the action. Hillsdale sets up 3rd and 6 from about the 15. Hand off to Sloan off the right side. And Malvern starting to sniff it out a little bit. Sloan tackled almost right away, makes it 4th and 6 right here. That time Malvern doing a much better job playing sound defense, maintaining gap integrity. And Hillsdale brings out the field goal team. A.J. Brown is 55 of 58 on PATs this year, 0 for 1 on field goals. For about a 20, I'm going to call this a 25, 30-yard field goal. It gets through. Oh, Brown hits the right upright and just sneaks it through for 3 points. A.J. Brown with a great field goal kick. Or good enough to put it through. Double boinker, and it goes through. That makes it Hillsdale 16, Malvern 14. We'll keep it right here. We'll keep it right here for now as we have 5 minutes left to go in the first half. Hillsdale clawing their way back into this thing. 16-14 on the back of Owen Sloan, number 26. He's run behind that big offensive line. Jake Haven and Knox Lewis have paved the way. That drive stalled out around the 15, but A.J. Brown able to punch one through to make it Hillsdale 16, Malvern 14. And like I said, we've seen all short kickoffs here. 5:07 left to go in the first half. Malvern has moved the ball pretty much at will. They were forced to punt once, and they had an interception on the goal line. So you got to wonder, does Hillsdale kick it deep, try and make them drive the field in 5 minutes, or they kick short? This is a little medium depth, and it goes out of bounds. That gives Malvern the ball at the 35. Malvern takes over, 1st and 10 from the 35. And the big All-Ohio quarterback, Jared Withrow, comes out. And Hillsdale deferred, and we're taking a re-kick? Okay. All right. That's interesting. Interesting selection by Malvern. They take the re-kick and they move Hillsdale back. So that's why I'm not on the sidelines. I'm up here, and those coaches are down there because that's a great idea by Malvern. Hillsdale's not kicked it deep all night, so move him back, make him re-kick it, and we'll see if that works out. Malvern would have had the ball at the 35. Let's see if Hillsdale kicked it deeper, shallow this time. Young gets into it this time. Better kick. Down deep to Simmons. Simmons has it at 20. Moving to his right. And chased down around the 21-yard line. Huge mistake by the Malvern Hornets. They would have had the ball at the 35. Instead, they lose about 12 yards in field position and sacrifice a little bit of time, even worse. Malvern takes the ball over at the 22-yard line with 5 minutes to go in the half. Now, on this drive, I looked at Withrow here. If no one's open, he might take off a couple times. He is a very adept runner. He's fast. He's big. He runs when he has to, and when he does, he's highly effective. Withrow in the gun, takes a snap, handoff to Hutchinson, number 45, ahead for that's Malvern's best run of the night. But the clock runs. Malvern not showing any urgency just yet. 4:40 to go in the half. Hillsdale gets the ball first in the second half. So if you're Hillsdale, you'd love to have, back-to-back scores here in this game. Trips right. Pistol set with Hutchinson in the backfield. Hand off to Hutchinson again, and he is ahead for a first down. Well, I thought he got further than that, but they're going to spot it just shy of the first down. Okay, so clock continues to run. A whole minute has run off the clock now in 2 downs. So it is 3rd and 1, and a minute has already run off the clock. So you're down to 4 minutes and 2 downs. You've already run through a minute if you're Malvern, but still showing no signs of urgency. Trips right, single receiver left. That's Hutchinson in the pistol. Withrow at quarterback, takes the ball, gives to Hutchinson again. Hutchinson is stacked up at the line of scrimmage right away, and he is met by Jake Haven. Stuffed the run, and the clock continues to roll. 3:30 now left to go in this first half, and Malvern looking at 4th down and an obvious punting situation. Boy, that is a bit of a head scratcher. Malvern is a pass first, run second offense, and with 5 minutes to go in the half, they completely abandon the pass and run it 3 times. That's a bit of a head scratcher right there. But Malvern comes out there going for it. Now, this has got to be just to draw Hillsdale offsides. If you're a Hillsdale defender, you've got to recognize this situation. And Hillsdale wisely calls timeout. Great use of a timeout there by Hillsdale. And we will keep it right here for this quick timeout. So, in my opinion, that's actually a great usage of a timeout for Hillsdale because there's 2 minutes, 58 seconds left. Malvern's probably going to punt right here, and so you'll have control of the clock if you're on offense. I always like to use my timeouts on defense because I can't control the clock there. So great usage of a timeout by Hillsdale. I fully expected Malvern to try and draw Hillsdale offsides and just run that play clock down to 1, then punt. Trevor Klein recognizes that right away, calls timeout, brings his guys over. Listen, watch the ball. Don't listen to the cadence. Don't look at anything else. Watch the ball. No one moves till the ball is snapped. That's got to be the message in the huddle. I don't think I put anybody back either if I'm Hillsdale. I know there's a low probability of a fake right here, but Malvern only needs a couple yards. They've got Hutchinson shown the ability to bang ahead for some yards. Withrow's a big quarterback. He can get ahead for a couple yards. So I think if I'm Hillsdale, I play this straight-up defense. Exactly right here. Watch the ball if you're Hillsdale. Don't get drawn off sides. And they run a play, jet sweep to Simmons, and it's going to be close. Boy, it's going to be close. Interesting selection if you're Malvern to give it to the 5'7", 155-pound Roy Simmons up the middle. And I don't know. It's going to be close. Boy, and it gets a Malvern first down by the nose of the ball. I don't know how you don't measure that right there. In a regional semifinal game, I don't know how you don't measure that. Either way, Malvern first down. Interesting call here. Boy, that was close. They give it to the smallest guy on the offense to get 3 yards on a jet sweep, but it pays off by the nose of the football. Malvern's still in business, but man, have they burned through some clock. 2:40 now to go in the first half, and they've gone a total of 10.01 yards. Handoff. No, fake handoff. Withrow rolls to his right. Oh, just jumped, and that is number 10, Hayden McFadden. Now Hillsdale squatting on the curl routes. Watch it on the Brew'd Coffee Shop replay. McFadden just squatting on that curl route, making a great play on the ball, makes it 2nd and 10. Clock stops on an incomplete pass. And Malvern's offense was red hot at first. Hillsdale has obviously made some adjustments in the secondary, and they are breaking up, and they're getting their hands on the ball. Twins right, twins left. Withrow. Oh, Hutchinson had great, not Hutchinson. Boy, Kirchbaum almost got to the quarterback there. Number 51, Big Brady Kirchbaum, almost got to the quarterback, if not being tugged on a little bit there. That's as close as you can, that's as much as you can hold without getting called for holding right there. But Malvern ahead for a first down. And the handoff to Hutchinson, and he is stuffed right away. Kirchbaum again on the tackle. He's had a standout year, Kirchbaum. Because of injuries, moved from a tight end spot to offensive tackle. Plays defensive end. Has been a force all year at both spots. Malvern comes out, trips right, single receiver left. That's Hutchinson in this pistol. Withrow drops, now looks, goes to his relief valve, Hutchinson. Hutchinson makes a nice catch. And he's ahead for a couple. But, man, the clock is tick, 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 tick running on Malvern. Hutchinson might have been better off letting that one go incomplete. Malvern has to burn yet another timeout. It's Hillsdale 16, Malvern 14. We'll keep it right here for this quick timeout. We're only a minute 30 away from halftime. Malvern gets the ball. So let's review what's happened in the last couple of minutes of game time. Malvern gets the ball with 5 minutes to go, and they would have been set up at the 35-yard line because Hillsdale kicks it out of bounds. Penalty. Malvern elects to push Hillsdale back. Hillsdale re-kicks it and then covers them at the 22. So right there is a loss of 10, almost 20 yards. Loss right there by Malvern. Then they come out, they take all 4 downs to get a first down, and they have burned through 3 minutes, 30 seconds to go about 30 yards, maybe 30 yards here. And so burning through the clock, but with a minute 30 now set up on just on their side of the 50. Third down here. Trips left. Withrow rolls to his left. Got a man open. Sits down. Nice throw and catch. And it is number 11, Rodney Smith. You have to know where that guy is at on the field at all times. Beautiful play here by Smith and Withrow, and Smith just sitting down in the middle of the zone. You can see 4 Falcon defenders around him, but he sits down right in the middle for a positive play, and Malvern's got something cooking now with a minute 13 left in the first half. Withrow rolls to his right, dumps the ball over. Oh, and it's Simmons again ahead, and now Malvern is knocking on the door in business. 1st and 10 from about the 12, and they're chewing through the yardage now. 21-yard completion on that first down, and with a minute left, Malvern still not showing any real urgency here. Minute left, 1st and 10 from the 12. Clock tick, 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 tick. 4 receivers set. Handoff up the middle. Hutchinson, he's ahead. He's got a shot. Hutchinson ahead for a first down. They stop the clock to reset the chains. Makes it 1st and goal. And now Malvern very much in business as Hillsdale completely vacated the middle of the field, covering those receivers. And Malvern has switched gears and is now running the ball. But the clock is running. And timeout called by Hillsdale. I'm hearing Hillsdale called that timeout. So Hillsdale takes a timeout, maybe catch their breath, reset here, change the defense up, maybe get a defensive back out, put another defensive lineman in, try and stop that run, and talk about right now when you're in the huddle, you're talking about find number 11. Know where number 11 is. Take him away, make Withrow, throw it to someone else. Simmons has filled that role very nice tonight. But first, you've got to find number 11, identify him in the formation, because that's who Withrow wants to throw the ball to. That's what he was trying to press the ball to on the goal line on the first drive when Turk picked it off. But 29 and a half seconds left. Malvern is out of timeouts. No, I'm sorry, Malvern has 2 timeouts left. Malvern has 2 timeouts left. Hillsdale's out of timeouts because Hillsdale called that timeout, that last timeout. So Malvern, 2 timeouts, 29 and a half seconds left. 1st and goal from the 3. And we have whistles. Illegal substitution on Hillsdale pushes the ball ahead 1 yard. So Hillsdale with 12 men on the field. They hustle one off. Malvern gets another yard. And Withrow takes the ball, hand off to Hutchinson. He's got the corner, and he is in. Hutchinson walks in untouched, puts Malvern back on top, 20-16, with what has to be a 2-point conversion ensuing. Great drive by Malvern that started off with a 4th and 2 that they converted around the 32-yard line, and they got it by the nose of the football. Then they turn the drive around, go all the way down the field and score. And they set up for their 2-point conversion here. They're 1 for 2 on 2-point conversions. Up 20-16, looking to push their lead to 6 points here. Withrow takes the ball, looks to his right, throws it, and it's picked off for the second time. And that is Brady Heller with his first interception of the year. Comes at just the right time. That makes it Malvern 20, Hillsdale 16 with 25.4 seconds left to go in the half. We'll keep it right here since time is so short. And you see the crawl here. It is Shelby 14, Ontario 13. Big Walnut 14, Ashland 3. Northmore 7, Ridgewood 0. Danville 14, Miller nothing. Columbus Grove 21, Mohawk 0. So the locals are on tussles all across the board tonight with only one local team in the lead. Do I have that right? 2 local teams in the lead. Danville's winning, and of course Shelby, Ontario. One local team's going to get it out of that game no matter what. So every kick squibbed by Malvern so far. We'll see what happens, and they squib again. And oh no, it's on the ball. Ball was loose. But here on the Brew'd Coffee and Donuts replay, right there, squirts out, but the Hillsdale up man able to cover it wisely. Hillsdale has a chance here. 22 seconds left. They've got no timeouts, but they've got the ball at the 47, and you've got deep threats in number 2, number 3, and number 10. McFadden, Young, and Bauer can all hit the home run ball here. Malvern with 2 deep safety. Lewis drops back to throw. Got a man open across the middle, and it's caught first down by Hayden McFadden. Clock stops, 15.5. Boy, you'd really like to get A.J. Brown in field goal territory here. And Lewis takes the ball and clocks it quickly. 11 seconds left. You've got time for 2 more plays. So you'd really like to get the ball, I'm thinking around the 15 or 20 yard line in the middle of the field. That gives A.J. Brown a really nice shot at a field goal here. Either that or go deep to Young, McFadden, or Bauer. Any one of those 3 guys can catch a touchdown pass here, a deep touchdown pass. That's another Buckeye Horizon first down. Hill's on their heavy package now. Lewis with the ball, rolls right, a little pump and go. Now rolls back to his left, but he's got some grass in front of him, launches it up, and it is incomplete with 2.5 seconds left. And he was out of the tackle box, and the ball was well downfield. They're not going to call grounding on that. Obviously not grounding. I don't know why anyone's yelling for grounding. No receiver in the area, but he's out of the tackle box, and the ball is well past the line of scrimmage. So really smart play there by Cale Lewis to give his guys one more play. So we're going to see Malvern probably drop 3 or 4 guys back deep. You got to be really careful here because number 11 is playing safety here. No defensive back on the left side. If he catches it, he could go the other way, the whole way on you real quick. So you've got to be careful here. Lewis back. Rolls to his right now. Got some time. Setting up, directing traffic. Launches it deep towards the end zone. They got to play in the end zone. And it's caught. Bauer catches the ball in the end zone on the last second Hail Mary in the first half. Hillsdale stuns Malvern. Oh my gosh. What a first half of football you've been treated to. Look at this replay. Knock it down, but it's tipped in the air. And right there is number 3, Brock Bauer. Falls right into his hands, and Hillsdale goes up 22-20. PAT ensuing to make it a 3-point game. Malvern cannot believe it. What a play. A.J. Brown in for the PAT. And it is up and it is good, and Hillsdale will take a 3-point lead into halftime, and they get the ball in the first half. In the second half, there's a beautiful pass, gives his guys a chance. When you're a defensive back and you're in that position, you cannot cannot tip it in the air. You have to swipe it down. You cannot push it up. Your hand motion has to be down. Right there, 2 guys from Malvern go up for it. They tip it up, and Bauer is there for the easy catch and touchdown. Not only that, Hillsdale gets the ball first in the second half, so Hillsdale with the back-to-back possessions, and they can make it a 2-possession game. Stick with us. When we come back, you'll be treated to the bands and the Sloan Concrete halftime show. Go nowhere, folks. We're just getting going.
Picking up new hobbies such as cooking is another manly way to avoid depression and reduce stress. Today, I'm going to teach you how to make my world-famous guaco mahogany. First, mash up 5 or 6 of these green things. Then add hot sauce, this lettuce stuff, these red things, salt, some of this stuff, and limes, and finally, bacon to taste. Delicious.
Let's go. They been sleeping on me, think it's time to wake 'em up. They been sleeping on me, think it's time to wake 'em up. You've been playing it safe, now it's time to shake it up. Playing it safe, now it's time to shake it up. So it's time to make a change. Yeah, it's time to break the chains. Yeah, it's time to bring the pain. Let them know, tell them we are not the same. I'm the one that got the flames. With my team, but you know we come to slay. Let them know that we didn't come to play. Nah, we came to win. I'm ready for anything that they can bring. Bring it on, let me do my thing. I'm a giant, they can move the king. If you never risk it, then you
Number 1 on the Billboard Hot 100 for 12 consecutive weeks and having over 1 billion streams on Spotify. Here is Yeah!
Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for the 2024 Hillsdale Falcons marching band. Tonight we'll be bringing you 2 songs from our greatest hits from 2024. These are the songs that the students voted on and wanted to bring them back. We start our show with a 1992 single. This song put Radiohead on the map as the top rock band of the 90s and led them into the punk rock genre. Named one of the greatest debut singles and one of the greatest songs. This song features our color guard and soloist Michaela Swinton. Here is Creep. like DreamWorks Animation's Shrek. Smash Mouth first released this song in 1999, and it has since been named one of the most streamed rock songs from 2017 to 2021. Featuring a flag routine designed by senior Morgan Nally, here is the anthem for Outcasts, All Star. This has been the 2024 Hillsdale Falcons Marching Band.
Hi, I'm Josh with Scout Construction, proud sponsor of local teams and athletes. Check out your favorite local sports right here on the OH Report.
They been sleeping on me, think it's time to wake 'em up. They been sleeping on me, think it's time to wake 'em up. You've been playing it safe, now it's time to shake it up. Playing it safe, now it's time to shake it up. So it's time to make a change. Yeah, it's time to break the chains. Yeah, it's time to bring the pain. Let them know, tell them we are not the same. I'm the one that got the flames. With my team, as you know, we come to slay. Let them know that we didn't come to play. Nah, we came to win. I'm ready for anything that they can bring. Bring it on, let me do my thing. I'm a giant.
check.
Welcome back, football fans, to OH Report, live and free from Perry High School, as we were entertained by a very electric first half. Let's see the stats from that first half on your Sloan Concrete halftime show. Currently the score, Hillsdale 23, Malvern 20. We have first downs are basically even. Hillsdale 8, Malvern 9. Rush yards, Malvern 28. We knew they weren't a rush-happy team. Hillsdale 161. And I said coming into this game, if Hillsdale was going to win, it was going to be in the back of Owen Sloan. They have clawed their way into the lead on his back. Flipped those yardage right around for Malvern. Malvern passing for 161 yards to Hillsdale's 56 pass yards. Of those 56 pass yards, about 30 some of it were on that last Hail Mary. So before that last Hail Mary, Hillsdale with a prolific passing attack, only with about 26 passing yards before that last play. Total yards, Malvern 189 to Hillsdale's 217. Penalties, Hillsdale with some costly penalties there. 3 penalties for 17 yards to Malvern's 1 for 5. And each team with 1 turnover apiece. Specifically, Owen Sloan, the team leader for Hillsdale. He has 161 yards. He has all of Hillsdale's rush yards and 2 touchdowns. On the other side, Withrow, the returning All-Ohio quarterback, he came into this game with 2,300 passing yards. He's 11 of 16 he's also with 161. His favorite target tonight has been Simmons. He has 6 catches for 100 yards. And let's look and see how the first half ended on that beautiful Hail Mary pass by Lewis. Coming into this game, what I said was, and we'll see that replay in just a minute, but what I said was you need to make Lewis, you need to flush him right or flush him left. He's not always the best when he's rolled right or rolled left, and that's simply because it cuts off half the field. But on that play, Lewis had to bail to his right. The difference was no one was in his face from Malvern. Malvern dropped everybody back, and no one was in his face, so we had time to set up, direct traffic, launch a beautiful ball. Now watch, tipped in the air, and Brock Bauer is right there, and that's how the half ended, with a touchdown by Hillsdale, and the ensuing PAT by A.J. Brown put the Falcons up 23-20. And bonus, the Falcons pull off the double possession. You'd think with 50, I think Malvern scored about 45 or 50 seconds left, and Hillsdale gets the ball on a short field. Malvern short kicks it and gives Hillsdale the ball right around the 50, and from there they had 3 plays and a chance at a Hail Mary. Once again, I do not understand why you squib kick it right there. With 50 seconds left, Hillsdale has a quarterback that with a strong arm that can throw the ball down the field, at least right there, kick it deep. So if someone knows something that I don't about new age kickoffs, please let me know, because I simply do not understand. I understand a squib kick every once in a while, but continuing to squib kick it and giving this prolific offenses short yardage, short fields, it's just baffling to me. But I'll get off my soapbox here. We'll take one last break. When we come back, Malvern kicks off to Hillsdale to start the second half. Stick with us, folks. I'm ZACK TRUAX, live and free on OH Report from MASSILLON Perry High School.
Picking up new hobbies such as cooking is another manly way to avoid depression and reduce stress. Today, I'm going to teach you how to make my world-famous guaco mahogany. First, mash up 5 or 6 of these green things. Then add hot sauce, this lettuce stuff, these red things, salt, some of this stuff, limes. And finally, bacon to taste. Delicious.
Welcome back to Perry High School, MASSILLON, Ohio. I'm ZACK TRUAX alongside Jory Skoronsky on the controls and Keaton Cooper on camera. Want to thank everybody for tuning in tonight. Got some shout-outs here. Former Falcon football player Josh Barger watching from Columbus, Ohio. He had one of his own version of a Hail Mary catch, but I won't get into that because it's just too painful. Bill Rogers and the Rogers family watching from their home. And, of course, all the guys on the big thread from Loudonville taking it in. Thanks to all the people watching on Facebook. We love the comments. See them rolling in now. Big shout out to my old coach, Pat Pearl, watching at home. Thank you, Kathy Buzzard. We enjoy covering these games. And Hillsdale gets ready to receive here in the second half. Up 23-20. Hopefully they got Owen Sloan an IV and some oxygen at halftime because he was the difference in that first half. Once they started feeding Owen Sloan the ball, you could really feel the tide turn in this game and Hillsdale take control. That and the adjustments they made on defense, the defensive backs, specifically Young and McFadden, started squatting on those curl routes, coming up and making plays. So we'll see if that can continue on for Hillsdale on defense. There's a long kickoff by Malvern, taken by, looks like Young might have got that one, trying to get a number. I'm sorry, it's Hayden McFadden on the kick return, but he's able to advance it out to about the 39-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10. Hillsdale sets up once again in great field position. Hillsdale with back-to-back possessions, starting the second half. In that heavy package again, Knox Lewis and Jake Haven been running behind them all night with Owen Sloan. Owen Sloan gets the ball again, and he bangs ahead for positive yards. Sloan ahead for about a 3-yard gain. And you'll see, watch Lewis and Haven. I'm sorry, that's Haven and the guard right there pull. Great block by number 77 for Hillsdale. That would be Garrett Furr. Great block by Garrett Furr there, pulling around, springing Sloan ahead for a couple yards. In the heavy package again. Sloan the pistol now behind Lewis. Bubbled snap, and Lewis just wisely falls down on it. And we have 3rd and long. Hillsdale, this game, Hillsdale all season, 3rd and long probably would not have fazed them. But in this game specifically, they've gone back to kind of the Hillsdale roots of running the ball with a power run scheme. As I mentioned at the top of the game, Malvern with some great athletes on the back end, able to cover these Hillsdale receivers up. So Hillsdale switched to more power run game. Now they go 4 receivers looking to convert on 3rd and long here. Lewis climbs the pocket. Now he tucks it and runs. Lewis not known to run, but he's got great yards on this one. Turns the corner, and Cale Lewis does something he hasn't had to do all year, but does a great job this time, and he is ahead for a huge 3rd and long conversion. Gives Hillsdale a 1st down just on the other side of the 50. Great play by Cale Lewis there. That's when he's the best. Not when he's rolling right or left, but when he's able to climb the pocket and to continue to survey the field. That time no one was open. He just tucked it and ran. Great read by Cale Lewis. Here we go. Hillsdale in the power run set again. 2 receivers to the right. Quick pass out to Holland Young, and Young is ahead for good yardage. Young ahead for about 9 yards. Good call there by The Hillsdale offensive coordinator seeing Malvern was starting to play off a little bit. Throw the quick pass to your big wide receiver. Let him bang ahead for 8 great yards. Hillsdale in business on the 41-yard line. Two receivers to the right. Haven at the H-back. Double tight set. Sloan stays in the block. And Lewis on the run. Chucks it up. This is trouble. And somehow Holland Young comes down with it for a first down gain. I think Lewis was just trying to get rid of it. Holland Young able to come up and make a sliding catch. Lewis gives a lot of yards. I think he was just trying to throw it out of bounds. Holland Young able to get a first down. Nothing like throwing it 20 yards to get 2. And Hillsdale does it. 1st and 10 for the Falcons on a Buckeye Horizon first down. Hillsdale on the drive, 9:20 to go in the third quarter. Trying to make it a 2-possession game here. Sloan to the right of the quarterback. Hand off to Sloan, working left, and he runs into a wall. Malvern has obviously made an adjustment. Malvern stuffing the run a little better now. You can see the linebackers creeping up to the line of scrimmage on that replay. Kind of a run blitz now. Malvern is adjusted to kind of a run blitz to try and plug those holes and force Hillsdale to throw the ball, but that might be playing right into Hillsdale's hands. What I talked about at the beginning of the game, they're one of the most balanced teams I've seen in Division 7. When you force them to pass, they can certainly take that from you. They go, they're man on the edges now, no safety. Pitch to Sloan, cuts his, reverses direction. Sloan might have a corner here, gets a crease. Sloan explodes to the pass line of scrimmage, down the sideline, into the end zone. Looked like he was in, but they're going to say he stepped out. No call yet. And it's going to be a 1st and goal. Sloan takes a pitch right, reverses field, just turns on the jets, gets down the sidelines and steps out about the 1-yard line. What a great individual effort by the junior running back, Owen Sloan, on a huge run. Malvern had completely sold out to stop the run, and Sloan able to make something out of nothing. Hillsdale in business. Give the ball to Sloan off the right side, and he's pushing it towards the end zone and stopped just short as he's tackled awkwardly. There was a crease there, it closed up. Nice individual effort there by number 1, Aiden Sprague, the cornerback for Malvern. 2nd goal for the Falcons. And now the Falcons content to take as much time as they want to between plays. The play clock not even running. Not even running. So at this point, if you're Hillsdale, I don't know why you snap the ball. Unless the play clock's broken, it's not working. It's not running. Hillsdale takes a snap, hand off to Sloan, up the middle, bowls his way in. It's a 2-possession game. Hillsdale Falcons, touchdown on the back of Owen Sloan, number 26, the junior running back, having a career night on the biggest game of his life, probably. Watch the replay here on our Brew'd Coffee and Donuts replay. Great seal block, number 52, Brady Heller, with a great block, sealing that off. And Sloan, like I talked about, does a great job of reading his blockers in that interior and just shifting around, exploding through the crease. A.J. Brown on for the PAT. Low snap. Great job by number 3, Brock Bauer, to scoop that snap up, put it up, and A.J. Brown bangs it through. That makes it a 2-possession game. That's the first time it's been a 2-possession game all game. Makes it Hillsdale 30, Malvern 21. Hey! Stick with us. We'll be right back after a quick message from our sponsors.
Hi, I'm Josh with Scout Construction, proud sponsor of local teams and athletes. Check out your favorite local sports right here on the OH Report.
Welcome back to Perry High School. This is ZACK TRUAX live and free on OH Report. Hillsdale's just scored to go up 30-21 over Malvern. And Hayden McFadden kicks it off, and it's another deep kick put right through the return man in the end zone. That gives Malvern the ball at the 20-yard line.
Hayden McFadden's kick goes into the end zone for a touchback.
Malvern will take over at the 20-yard line. Amazingly, that is their worst. No, their worst field position was when that was Hillsdale got their interception. So yes, this is Malvern's worst starting field position of the entire game, the 20-yard line. Here we go. Malvern looking to claw their way back into this thing. Down 2 scores. Hillsdale has made all the right adjustments, and when things have gone awry, Hillsdale's Owen Sloan, great individual effort. Long run, but Withrow at quarterback here. Handoff to Hutchinson up the middle, and he bangs ahead for about 4 yards.
Number 8, Julius Gore with the carry.
I'm sorry. That was Gore on the carry. My apologies. Julius Gore on the carry. Gore's a big back, too. 6'2", 190-pound Julius Gore bangs ahead for positive yards. Malvern comes out, 4 receiver set, 2 right, 2 to the left. Gore in the backfield in the pistol behind Withrow. Withrow takes the ball, surveys, looks for an open man, dumps it off now to Gore. Gore pulls ahead. He's close to a first down. Makes it 3rd and 2. Everyone covered up that time for Malvern, and Withrow wisely dumps it off. Nice tackle, Owen Sloan in the open field on a much bigger running back, but stuffs him right where he hits him.
Tackled by number 10, Hayden McFadden.
Malvern comes out, trips left. Gore in the pistol behind Withrow. Withrow takes a snap, rolls to his left, looking, puts it up. That's trouble, and that is picked off by Hillsdale. Number 9 for Hillsdale. Deacon Borman, the freshman, coming down with a big INT. He's in for Jesse Trevathan tonight. Trevathan unavailable. Trevathan had 2 interceptions himself last week. This time, Deacon Borman comes down with a big interception. And man, Hillsdale is in business now. Up 2 possessions, ball on the 37-yard line, and you could almost start to put this thing away right here with a nice sustained drive and a touchdown. And we've got a legal substitution on Hillsdale. They had 12 men in the huddle. At that point, you've got 3 timeouts left in the second half. I always like to say the first one is just a throwaway timeout. And I think I throw one away right there. If we break the huddle, we've got 12 men on the field. I think I just take the timeout right there before the referee can blow the whistle. Hillsdale elects to take to let the penalty happen, though. Break the huddle now. Got 1st and 15 from the 42. 4 receivers set. Pistol formation. Quick pass out to the slot receiver. Trying to get a number on that slot. Number 3, Brock Bauer on that reception. And you can see Malvern's defenders really playing off. Nice effort by number 45 for Malvern on defense to beat that block. Drake Hutchinson, just a junior, great effort just to spin off that block and get in on a tackle. Hillsdale, 4 receiver set, to the right, to the left. Sloan the sidecar. Lewis takes a snap and takes what the defense gives him. Pass is completed to number 3, Brock Bauer again. He's adding to his catch total tonight. Bauer came in tonight with 17 catches, 242 on 42 yards. But I think he's had close to a half a dozen catches this game alone, including the huge catch for a touchdown at the end of the first half. That was the Hail Mary. That was Bauer catching that ball. Hillsdale comes out more in a power set this time. Handoff right up the middle to Sloan, and he is wrapped up quick. Grabbed by the jersey and pulled back.
Now go by number 53, Owen Ball, and number 60,
53, Owen Ball, the inside linebacker on that tackle, able to rip Sloan down before he can get ahead for a first down because he had some green in front of him. He was going to get a first down, if not ripped down by Owen Ball. Here we go, 4th and about a yard. Hillsdale's going to go for it, obviously. Power formation. Give to Sloan, up the middle. He pushes ahead. It's going to be close. It is going to be close, but I think he's got it. And the referees don't even bother measuring. Move it ahead. 1st and 10, Hillsdale on the drive. 4:46 left to go in the third quarter. And if you're Malvern, you desperately need to stop here because it's a 2-possession game, and Hillsdale has made the right adjustments on defense to slow your offense down, and they are bleeding this clock now. The play clock not working, so the referees are keeping that on the field now. Power run set. Hillsdale throws out of it. Oh, Hayden McFadden wide open. The defender fell down, and Hayden McFadden in for a dagger of a touchdown in the third quarter. Hayden McFadden puts the Falcons up by 3 possessions now. Ensuing PAT, A.J. Brown. Let's watch the replay on the Brew'd Coffee and Donuts replay. And the defender fell down, made it an easy pitching catch for Lewis and McFadden. Boy, you make it that easy, and those two will burn you all day long. A.J. Brown in for the PAT to make it a 3-possession game. Sorry, it is a 3-possession game to add to the lead. Up, and it is good. And we will take a break. When we come back, Hillsdale kicks off.
Hi, I'm Josh with Scout Construction, proud sponsor of local teams and athletes. Check out your favorite local sports right here on the OH Report.
Welcome back to Perry High School. ZACK TRUAX here on OH Report. Hillsdale Falcons 37, the Malvern Hornets 21. Hillsdale has scored on 3 consecutive drives. They scored on the last drive on a Hail Mary. They opened up the half with a touchdown. Then they get an interception, get a short field, score a 3rd touchdown, makes it a 3-possession game. And this is a high, long kick, fielded at the 5-yard line by Simmons. And he is ahead to the 25-yard line. Hillsdale taking more of a traditional approach to kickoffs now, kicking it deep, trying to make Malvern drive the whole length of the field, and that's been successful here.
Tackled by number 78.
78 on the tackle. Malvern takes over 1st and 10 from about the 26-yard line. Hillsdale has put the clamps on these receivers since the first quarter. And they're getting pressure up the middle with just 3 guys. They're Behaven on the right, Kirschbaum on the left, and the nose guard. And Kirschbaum rolls to his right, throws for a short gain to number 11, Rodney Smith. But like I was saying, the Hillsdale defensive line just playing a 3-man front of Lincoln Jones, 12, Brady Kirschbaum, 82, and Jake Haven, number 15. And those three alone have gotten decent pressure on Kirschbaum and forced him out of the pocket a little bit and made things a little uncomfortable. And that's allowed Hillsdale to drop everybody else, 8 guys, back into coverage. And that's really slowed this Malvern attack down. Trips right for Kirschbaum. Flea flicker of their own this time, and it's a throw up to Rodney Smith, but it's way short. Easily picked off by guess who? Number 20, Kyle Turk. 4 interceptions in 2 games. none of them bigger than that one. The flea flicker goes awry for Malvern. And Withrow got hit on the throw. That's what happened. Turk easily feels like a center fielder, takes the ball all the way back to about the 20-yard line. Boy, if we can get on a replay, see who hit the quarterback there. Great play. Just like I said, great play by the Hillsdale defensive line. Just 3 guys up there, but on that play, able to hit Withrow as he's throwing the ball, forces the easy catch by Turk. He takes it back to the 19, and Hillsdale is about to put this thing away in the third quarter. Hillsdale in the power run set, 2 receivers. Give to Sloan, running right, picking his way through, and he's ahead for about 3 yards in a cloud of dust. Makes it second and about 7. Oh, boy, there's going to be some maple syrup handed out on Sunday when Hillsdale watches film, because big number 77, I believe that is Garrett Furr for Hillsdale, getting a beautiful pancake block there. Lewis on the give to Sloan. Sloan bounces it right. He's got a chance, wrapped up. Oh, that's close to a horse collar. Defender lets him go, and Sloan makes him pay. Oh, it looked like Sloan was wrapped up, but had the defender stayed with that tackle, I think they would have called it a horse collar. Let's see right here. Yeah, he's wrapped up. That probably would have been a horse collar. The defender lets go, but Sloan keeps his feet and bowls ahead to make it 3rd and short.
Gain of 6 on the play, brings up 3rd down.
Gain of 6. Obviously, Hillsdale goes for it on 4th down here if they don't get it with 3rd and about 1. They come out in that power run set. Sloan set it behind Lewis. The give to Sloan. Bounces off the left side, drags tacklers ahead for a 1st down. 1st and goal, Hillsdale. And 1:49 left to go in this 3rd quarter. The tackle made by Drake Hutchinson. Drake Hutchinson for Malvern having a very solid game on both sides of the ball. I've been really impressed with his effort. Both sides, he's gotten off blocks to make tackles. He's picked up hard yards. That kid's impressed me for Malvern tonight. Anyways, back to the action. Handoff to Sloan on a little jet sweep. He bounces it out to the left, and we got a penalty flag coming in, and that's a hold.
Number 26, Owen Sloan with the carry.
And I suppose that's holding.
And number 45, Drake Hutchison.
And they're calling holding. Where that flag was thrown, it almost looks like they called holding on 51. 51 they've called on. Okay, so and you can hear the Malvern fans voicing their displeasure. But I think one of the Malvern players might have had a few choice words to the referees, and so he sent the timeout for a play, which I absolutely hate. I cannot find anywhere in the rule book where it says a referee can send a kid out for a play if he's running his mouth too much. If he's run his mouth too much, throw the flag, mark off the 15 yards. If someone can find it in the rule book where a referee has the authority to send a kid out for a play, please send me the rule. I've never seen it. Either way, back to the action. 1st and goal for Hillsdale after that holding call. And nice hold for Sloan. Bounces to the left, picks up most of that yardage back. And number 3 comes right back in the game, Roy Simmons. Drake Hutchinson on the tackle again.
7 on the play, 2nd and goal from the 10.
2nd and goal from the 10-yard line. Hillsdale had it 1st and goal from about the 9, and they got called for holding, marked it back 10. Sloan picks most of that yardage back up here, so it's 2nd and goal from the 10. 4 receivers this time for Lewis. Surveys, rolls to his right. Now reverses field back to his left, chucks it up. This is dangerous, and it is picked off at the goal line and taken out, intercepted. And Lewis has gotten away with that a couple times tonight, but this time doesn't. And that ball is picked off by Malvern. Looked like number 2, Josh Unch, on the interception. So Malvern dodges a bullet on a very ill-advised throw by Sloan. Either way, Malvern sets up around the 9-yard line. 1st and 10. And if you're Malvern with 23 seconds left to go in the first half, you've got to put something together right here. Down 3 scores. Withrow back. Throws it deep. Beautiful ball by Withrow. He's got Simmons open. Oh, Simmons makes a beautiful adjustment on the ball and comes down with it. Great ball. Beautiful football by Withrow. And that time Simmons uses that 6'2" frame, positions himself on Turk, able to make the call, the play, and Malvern's in business at the 46-yard line. Withrow with the ball, looking deep again, and this time he's got Simmons open. Simmons has been tough to cover all night. 5'7", 155 pounds, and my man uses every inch and every pound of that frame. As tough as they come across the middle, and that's how the third quarter ends. We'll take a break. When we come back, Malvern down 3 scores, but with the ball and driving. Welcome back to MASSILLON Perry High School. Hillsdale currently on top of Malvern, but Malvern driving, trying to claw the way back into this thing. Their All-Ohio quarterback, Jared Withrow, leading the way. Now Withrow under pressure, escapes, and throws, got a man open across the middle. That's Smith. He's dangerous in the open field, makes a man miss, makes another man miss. Oh, carrying the ball like a loaf of bread, but hangs on to it and brought down around the 15-yard line.
Pass is complete to number 11, Rodney Smith.
Jake Haven had a chance, as did Knox Lewis. Neither of them could get Withrow on the ground, and he finds his favorite target, Rodney Smith. Rodney Smith open across the middle, and Malvern is in business. 1st and 10, 14. Give up the middle to Julius Gore, and Gore bangs ahead for a tough couple yards. So the passing game's everything's a little tougher from the 20-yard end. That's why they call it the red zone, because the safeties can creep up now. You're not going to get beat by a long pass because the back of the end zone's there, so they're not going to beat you deep. The safeties can creep up to the line of scrimmage. The passing game gets tougher. The running game gets tougher. That's why they call it the red zone. Withrow with the ball, surveys, dumps it off to Gore. Gore tackled immediately by Owen Sloan. He's been everywhere tonight. Gore goes 6'2", 190. Sloan goes 5'9", 180. And Sloan able to get him on the ground in a one-on-one situation. Makes it 3rd and 6 from the 14-yard line. Malvern is in a go-for-it situation, down 3 possessions. Withrow with the ball, surveys, got a man at the goal line. That's going to be 1st and goal number 2. Josh Unch on the reception makes it 1st and goal, and Malvern's got a man down, but wow, what a great throw and catch. You see why Jared Withrow has over 7,000 career passing yards, 2,300 yards this season, 80 touchdowns with throws and catches like that. But we'll take a quick break. When we come back, it'll be Malvern 1st and goal on the 1-yard line.
Hi, I'm Josh with Scout Construction, proud sponsor of local teams and athletes. Check out your favorite local sports right here on the OH Report.
And we're back at Perry High School. ZACK TRUAX alongside Jory Skoronsky on the controls and Keaton Cooper on camera. Malvern sets up 1st and goal from the 1-yard line. Double tights, Withrow under center, 3-back set. This is a different formation for him. And Gore bowls ahead for a touchdown. And Malvern is a PAT away from making a 10-point game. They've gone for 2 every time. I got to imagine they're going to go for 2 this time, and the Malvern coaches are signaling. There's a give to the first man through, Gore. He just bowls ahead for a touchdown. I got to imagine they're going to go for 2. Their last 2 two-point conversions have been intercepted in the end zone. And it is an 11-point game. This 2-point conversion, extremely important. Because if you don't get this 2-point conversion, it is still a 3-possession game. Malvern on the ball, 5 wide. Withrow takes the snap. Quick throw. Unch has got it, and he is in for the 2-point conversion. Makes it Hillsdale 37, Malvern 28. Stick with us, folks. When we come back, Malvern kicks off to Hillsdale. We'll be right back on OH Report. Welcome back to MASSILLON Perry High School. The Hillsdale Falcons have a 2-possession lead over the Malvern Hornets. Malvern kicking off, 10 minutes to go in the 4th quarter. Malvern kicks it deep. Fielded by McFadden. McFadden's got a crease. McFadden down the sidelines. Cuts it back. Oh, Malvern kicks it deep. McFadden makes them pay. Returns it to about the 50-yard line, but when it's all said and done, whether you're kicking it deep or kicking it shallow, Hillsdale's still getting it at the 50-yard line. McFadden with a great return. Shout out to the Brightville family watching at home. Hillsdale takes over. McFadden must have stepped out of bounds before he got to the 50, because I thought he returned a little further than that. Either way, Hillsdale with the ball. Give to Sloan, off the right side. Sloan at midfield, over midfield, and ahead for, looks like another Buckeye Horizon. Nope, he's just short. So Buckeye Horizon does not get their plug for at least another play. 2nd and short, but if you're Hillsdale, ain't no secrets now. 9 minutes, 35 seconds left to go in the game. You're up 2 possessions. It is pound the rock. Run behind those big offensive linemen and those two great blockers, Jake Haven and Knox Lewis. And there's the give off the right side, now up the middle by Sloan. Sloan pushes ahead there's your Buckeye Horizon first down. And Hillsdale on the drive. At this point, if you're Hillsdale, you've got to let Cale Lewis know. Get the play in, keep him in the huddle for as long as you can. Break the huddle and let everyone relax. Do not snap the ball till you see the referee behind the defense hold his hand up. When that referee all the way in the back, which you can't see him on camera right now, the referee will hold his hand up with 5 seconds left. There he holds his hand up, and now Cale Lewis goes into his cadence. Perfectly done. Great coaching by Hillsdale. And that's a give off the right side to Sloan, and Sloan very smartly slides down in bounds to keep that clock running. 8:32 left to go in the game. Hillsdale doing two things right here that championship football teams do, and that is run the ball and play intelligent offensive football. Hillsdale comes out, power run set, single receiver, two tight ends with the H-back. Sloan set up in the backfield behind Lewis. 2nd and 5. Give to Sloan again, and he bangs ahead for about 3 yards. No, and that is enough yards for another Buckeye Horizon first down. And look at Sloan pushing defenders back. That's what you like to see out of your running back late in the game. Boy, I can't wait to see how many carries Sloan's had this game. He's going to be knocking on the door of 200, 250 yards before it's all said and done. But, man, has he had a ton of carries. And he is just still running tacklers over. Hillsdale, double tights, H-back, single receiver, give to Sloan again, and he pushes ahead, running behind his pads, picks up 3 more, 7:25 left to go in the half. Both teams with all 3 timeouts. Makes it 2nd and 5, and you're in 4-down territory right here. So you've got 3 downs to get 5 yards. Power run set again for Hillsdale. I'm going to sound like a broken record here. Going to be a give to Sloan off the right side. And Sloan bursts up the middle, following his tacklers beautifully. And he's ahead for another Buckeye Horizon first down. And that's what, when I talk about when kids run behind their pads, and you watch Owen Sloan as he keeps his head up when he approaches the line of scrimmage. He sees the crease, bursts through it, and then when he sees contact, he drops his pad level and falls forward. 1st and 10. Hillsdale able to get a first down before they score a touchdown. Sloan up the middle, this time drugged down for minimal yardage. But any positive yards for Hillsdale is a win because you are inside of Mr. A.J. Brown's field goal territory, and you can stretch this thing out to a 3-possession game again, which is all you really need to do. 5:55 to go in the game. Hillsdale taking their time. Once again, when Lewis breaks the huddle, he'll let his guys line up, and he'll watch the referee in the back, which he already has his hand up. There's 3 on the play clock, 2 on the play clock. Lewis needs to snap the ball. Just get the play off. And Sloan right side up the middle, and there it is. A dagger in the 4th quarter. Hillsdale scores a touchdown. Owen Sloan having a career night in the biggest game of his football career. Puts Hillsdale up. And A.J. Brown on for the PAT. And the fans from Malvern starting to make their way for the door. Brown lines up for the PAT. It's up, and it is good. And that makes it Hillsdale 44, Malvern 28. When we come back, Hillsdale kicks the ball off, 5:32 left. Can Malvern find some magic in that arm, in the arm of their All-Ohio quarterback, Jared Withrow? We will find out when we come back.
Men have a way of doing things. A man has his way of eating, of exercising, of keeping his hands warm, and of straightening up. So, when a man faces a serious life problem like divorce, depression, or suicidal thoughts, shouldn't a man have a way to deal with that too? Well, now he does. I'm Dr. Rich Mahogany. Visit me at mantherapy.org.
Welcome back to MASSILLON Perry High School. Hillsdale kicking off. Hillsdale kicks it mid-range, fielded by a middle guy, and then taken up to the 35-yard line. All-Ohioan Jared Withrow, 6'5", 190-pound senior. 2,300 passing yards, 27 TDs, over 7,000 passing yards, over 70 touchdowns coming in to this game. Malvern looking for some magic right now. Down 44-28. But they've shown the ability to press the ball down the field quickly. Withrow doing his best work when he rolls to his right. They come out 4-receiver set. To the right, to the left. Withrow takes the ball, drop back, and ball tipped around, but then hauled in by Simmons. Simmons has got a step, beats a tackle. We talked about magic in his arm. There it is. Hillsdale looked like to break the pass up, and the defenders just relaxed. Simmons, 5'7", 155 pounds, but nobody, and I mean nobody, on the Malvern offense has played bigger tonight than that guy right there, and he puts Malvern right back into this game on a single play lightning strike, and Malvern lines up for a 2-point conversion. And it is a 2-score game again already. It's a 10-point game. If Malvern can complete the 2-point conversion, it is a 1-possession game. Malvern goes for 2. Simmons in motion. Fake the jet sweep. They got a man open, and it is picked off. Owen Sloan picks it off. Man, have a game, Owen Sloan. It is not going to be tough to figure out who our player of the game is. Owen Sloan keeps it a 2-possession game. Woo! Maybe no play bigger than that one right there. We'll take a break. When we come back, Malvern kicks off. Stick with us.
Hi, I'm Josh with Scout Construction, proud sponsor of local teams and athletes. Check out your favorite local sports right here on the OH Report.
Welcome back to MASSILLON Perry High School. Malvern kicks off, and now the million-dollar question. If you're Malvern, do you onside it? And I absolutely do. I absolutely onside it here. And they do. They get the hop, and it's loose. They got the hop. It bounced loose. Malvern comes up with the football. Oh, my gosh. The momentum has turned so fast in this game. It all started with just the two defenders relaxing on that tipped ball. Simmons comes down with it, takes it for a touchdown. Then Malvern onside kick, and guess who? Jared Withrow, the All-Ohioan, comes out down 10 points, 5:13 to go. They score. You better believe they're going for two. Malvern comes out, three receivers to the right, one to the left, single back set. Withrow looks the ball, going for it all. He's got Smith, single coverage. Smith breaks the tackle, aims for the end zone. Oh my gosh! Malvern in 2 plays, in 2 offensive plays, gets the ball to the 1 yard line. How my gosh, how things have turned. I was throwing dirt on Malvern. I thought it was over. Their fans were leaving. In 2 plays, they're right back into it. Holy crap. This is Ohio high school football at its best, folks. Malvern first and goal from the 1 yard line. Hillsdale struggling for answers right now with 4:43 to go in that game. That triple back set from Malvern. And this is a quarterback keep all the way. And Withrow pushes ahead for the touchdown. If you're a Malvern fan and you were headed for the door, turn around, come on back. We got a 4-point game. And Malvern will be looking to go for 2 to cut the lead to 2. So important. Malvern has not kicked the ball all night, though. So you're not really afraid of them kicking a field goal. They haven't shown they can kick it all night. So whether Malvern gets it or not, you got to believe that if they have a chance, they're going to go for a touchdown to win. They're not going to be looking for that field goal. 4:43 to go in the fourth quarter. I was throwing dirt on Malvern, and I look dumb right now. Malvern goes for 2, 4 wide receivers. Withrow gives to Simmons. Simmons makes a man miss, goes out of bounds. Well played by Hillsdale. It's a 4-point game, though, single possession. When we come back, Malvern kicks off, and I got to believe they're going to onside again. Stick with it, folks. We'll be right back. This one's a long way from being over.
Hi, I'm Josh with Scout Construction, proud sponsor of local teams and athletes. Check out your favorite local sports right here on the OH Report.
Welcome back, folks. The score is 44-40. Malvern lines up for another onside kick. They got the last one. They've ran 2 offensive plays. They've gotten down. They've actually 3 offensive plays, 2 touchdowns. And this time they onside it to the left. And number 5, Knox Lewis, covers the ball up for Hillsdale. And now it's all about run the clock out if you're a Hillsdale Falcon. I think Malvern might have overthought that onside kick. I always like the onside kick. Find the guys with number 50 and up. Between 50 and 79, kick the ball at them on an onside kick. Instead, they kick the ball at a guy wearing a skill position number, and he easily covers it. Sets up Hillsdale at the 45-yard line. Give to Sloan. And he's straight ahead for about 9 yards. Owen Sloan looking to carry his team to victory here. 4:20 left to go in the fourth quarter. Malvern with all 3 of their timeouts, and if you're going to call timeout, you're going to call it on defense. Hillsdale is going to take all the time in the world. They're going to watch that referee all the way in the back behind the defense. They're not going to snap the ball before he holds his hand up. Second and short. Everyone in the stadium knows Hillsdale's running the ball here. And we've got a penalty. Oh, what a costly procedure play on Hillsdale. That is costly because it stops the clock and it moves you back 5 yards. I don't know if Hillsdale goes for it on 4th down here. That's the call of the year. If it comes to 4th down, Trevor Klein, that is his call of the year. You keep the ball away from Malvern, who has scored 2 touchdowns on 3 plays basically. Malvern fans chanting defense. Everyone in the box for Malvern. Hillsdale power run set. They give to Sloan off the right side. He's got a crease and he bounces through. And Hillsdale picks up the 1st down. And what do we got? We got a hold, my gosh. And they're bringing it back again, a holding call on Hillsdale. We'll watch it on this replay, see who they get it on. But that is a huge holding call. And that makes it 2nd and 15 from the 39-yard line. 3:25 left to go. Whatever you do for Hillsdale, do not snap it before 5 seconds and stick with the run. Force Malvern to burn those timeouts right here. Both hands on the ball, running through the line of scrimmage. Cannot afford a fumble right here. 2 receivers set, power run. Give to Sloan again. Makes a man miss in the backfield, burst through. And they're going to say touchdown. I didn't see his knee touch down, but that was a huge loss for Sloan right there. Yes, good call by the referee. Sloan's knee did touch when he tried to make that cut, slipped on the turf. And boy, a missed blocking assignment right there by Hillsdale. Let a Malvern defender through and get Sloan down in the backfield. Makes it 3rd and a country mile now. They lead 44-40. Hillsdale looked like they had this thing all sewn up. Malvern comes out, throws a pass that looked like was when we picked off, tipped in the air. Simmons comes down with it, runs for a touchdown. Onside kick. They find Rodney Smith open down the hash. He gets the 1 touchdown. That's what made it 44-40. And I said, we got a timeout now by Malvern. So during this timeout, I said when they were down by 3 possessions, basically, I said, does Jared Withrow have enough magic in that all-Ohioan arm? And boy, did he ever. It was a little bit of a Hillsdale relaxing that looked like they had an easy pickoff. The ball bounced around a little bit, similar to what happened to Malvern when the Malvern defenders kind of tipped it up in the air and Brock Bauer came down with it. The same lightning strike happened with Hillsdale's defenders. They kind of tip it up in the air. Simmons does a beautiful job catching it, gets down the field for a touchdown. Onside kick, then they find Smith down the seam. He gets to the 1. They bully ball it in, and now that gets us to where we're at now. 2 minutes, 26 seconds left to go in the game. Hillsdale with 3rd and 20. And the Malvern fans are shaking the stadium. Pitch to Sloan on the edge. He is drugged down after a gain of 5. Malvern calls timeout right away, and this is an obvious punting situation now. It might not have, but the 2 penalties on Hillsdale and the tackle behind the line of scrimmage were so costly. And punt ensuing for Hillsdale. And I don't think you get real cute here. I really don't. I think you punt it deep, you cover it, and you play football. There have been 2 possessions you've had some breakdowns on the defensive back end. But for the most part, your defensive back end has played very well against the Malvern team that regularly puts up between 40 and 50 points a game. After you punt, you have got to identify number 11, Rodney Smith. They like to throw the deep ball to him down the seam, and then you also have to identify number 3, Roy Simmons. You lock those 2 up, and you say Withrow has to beat you with somebody else. They're not going to have enough time to run the ball. They haven't run the ball really effectively either. And they have 2 timeouts left. McFadden back to punt. Fadden takes a snap, gets the punt away, high punt, but it's short, and now it takes a nice Hillsdale bounce. No one, don't touch it until, if you're Hillsdale there, you really do not want to touch that ball. You want to stand around it, and you want to let the referee blow it dead. Every second is precious now. 2 minutes, 9 seconds left, and out comes All-Ohioan Jared Withrow. And he has torched you with Simmons and with Rodney Smith. Can Withrow do it again? Here we go. Malvern takes the ball over at the 26-yard line. 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Withrow in the gun. Short pass to Simmons. Screen pass. Makes a man miss. Out of bounds. And Simmons having a huge game for Malvern. Right here, makes a man miss. Oh, if I'm Hillsdale, I'm probably not really happy about not getting a block in the back call right there. That was close. But that sets up Malvern 2nd and 3 after Simmons is out of bounds and stops the clock. 2 minutes left. Withrow takes the ball, checks down, and dropped by number 2, Josh Unch drops the ball. Makes it 3rd down and 3. But if you're Malvern, there's no question about it what you're doing. Only 3 seconds ticked off the clock there. Only 3 seconds. But either way, Malvern with the ball. 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Single back in a pistol formation. Withrow gets the ball, rolls to his left, throws it to Simmons, and he's ahead for a 1st down. Boy, Simmons has killed Hillsdale all night. 1st and 10 for Malvern. 1 minute, 55 seconds left. Malvern still with 2 timeouts according to the scoreboard. And Malvern taking their time, not hurrying just yet. 3 receivers to the right. Withrow in the gun. Single back behind him. Hillsdale brings an extra man. And it is Unch this time, and he is ahead for 10. And Hillsdale's been content a little bit to give up these 10-yard passes. They don't want to get burned deep just yet. Malvern content to take 10 yards at a time almost. And it's 2nd and 3. Minute 20 left to go. Malvern on the drive, down 4. Withrow takes the ball, surveys. Now he steps up. He's going down. Oh, and the pass is incomplete. Very wisely incomplete. So Unch makes it 3rd and short. But you almost don't want to catch that ball there. 5 yards doesn't get you anything right now. Just a new set of downs. You're going to go for it in 4th down anyways. Hillsdale was just rushing 3 all night, the 3 down linemen. The last 2 downs, they brought an extra man. Let's see what happens here. Again, Hillsdale with just 3 down linemen. Everyone else back in coverage. Now they're sneaking a linebacker up. Hillsdale brings 4. Malvern picks it up. And passes caught for a 1st down by Simmons, but Hillsdale will allow 5-yard pass plays. That's fine. Malvern hustles to the line now. Withrow under center. And he clocks the ball. 1 minute left. Malvern kind of chipping away down the field, but they burned through a minute already. They're on their side of the 50. Withrow has more than enough arm to get to the goal line from here. And Simmons has shown a great ability on 50-50 balls. I'm sorry, Simmons has shown a great ability to get open, but number 11, Rodney Smith, has shown a great ability on 50-50 balls. And you can see Hillsdale rotates a safety over top of Smith. That's Hayden McFadden playing Smith deep. Oh, and through the hands of Unch. And he's had a couple of really costly drops on this drive. And you can see he throws his gloves over to the sideline. He's so upset with himself. That would have been a first down. Makes it 3rd and 10, 57.7 seconds left to go in the game. Referee's talking about something here. Not sure what it is. But Rodney Smith has not had his number called yet this drive, and it's because Hillsdale is playing him. They've got Turk playing him like at defensive back, and they're setting up, it looks like, Hayden McFadden over top of him deep. Holland Young on that side of the field too. So Malvern sets up. 3 receivers to the right. Withrow rolls to the right. We have more whistles. Malvern burns a timeout. It looked like the play clock almost ran out. Oh, that's boy, if you're Malvern, you had the drop pass there with a first down. You come back, and there's some confusion about the play clock, and then you have to burn a timeout, and that is tough for Malvern with 55.5 seconds left to go in the game. Trying to find some magic here and pull out the improbable comeback. They had fans leaving. I was pretty much saying the game was over, that Sloan had put a dagger in him. And Malvern comes storming back. Down 4, 55.5 seconds left on the clock. 3rd and 10, but obviously Malvern going for it on 4th down here. So two downs to get a first down and get a new set of sticks. You've got to get positive yards here if you're Malvern. Cannot afford to come back at 4th and 10 here. Get positive yards and get out of bounds if you're Malvern. Three receivers to the right with an H-back to the right. Hillsdale brings an extra man. Completed to Simmons. Simmons is tackled in bounds after a 5-yard gain, and the clock is running. And it's 4th down, and it's the game, and Malvern calls timeout. 46.5 seconds left. Hillsdale able to get Malvern or Simmons on the ground. Great tackle by number 20, Kyle Turk. And if you're Hillsdale, you'd like to end the game here, right? You would love to keep Malvern from getting a first down. But what you don't want to do is you don't want to lose the game here right now either. So it's a really tough call. Do you keep your safeties back and make sure they throw nothing deep over top of your head to beat you? And do you concede the first down? Or do you come up and try and win the game right here? I think I try and come up and win the game right here. I think I bring one guy extra. I bring 4, maybe 5. I try to get to Withrow, get him on the ground. I do not want these receivers running wide open. Hillsdale wise to take a timeout right here. They don't. Snap, take snap. Oh, Smith with the first down yardage, and that's who you go to every time. Rodney Smith, so clutch on this little slant. Gets body position. Withrow was staring him down the whole way. Withrow under center and clocks it. 1st and 10, 37.9 seconds left. And that is Withrow, all Ohioan. Rodney Smith, all Ohioan, keeping Malvern in this game right to the last second. 37.9 seconds left. 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right for Malvern. And Hillsdale takes a timeout. And I don't hate that timeout if I'm Hillsdale. I really don't. The last thing, you've got 2 left or one left now. At that point, you had 2. You're on defense. The last thing you want is confusion before the snap. You get everyone back in here. Go over your defensive philosophy right here, right? Talk about identify 11, find 2. Talk about beating the blockers, getting to the tackle, playing sound football. Talk about do not tip the ball in the air. If you have a chance to get your hands on it, pick it off or knock the darn thing down. Do not tip it in the air. 2nd and 10 now after Withrow clocks the ball. 3 receivers to the left. 1 to the right. Single back in the pistol. Hillsdale brings an extra man. Withrow with time. Got it across him, and that is, oh my gosh, Simmons in for a touchdown. We talked about it, magic in the arm of Jared Withrow, and Hillsdale at one point up 3 possessions. Malvern does the improbable and storms all the way back on the arm of Jared Withrow, and the receiver play of Roy Simmons and Rodney Smith. Holy smokes! 46-44 Malvern, 30 seconds left. Perfect ball. Hillsdale defenders fell down on the tackle, and Roy Simmons makes them pay. Malvern going for 2 here. Got a guy open, and that is a huge 2 points because now a field goal does nothing for you. Malvern 48, Hillsdale 44. Malvern would not go quietly into the night and stormed all the way back in this 4th quarter. And Malvern set the kick off with only 30 seconds left in the game. We'll keep it right here. Oh my gosh, what a game you folks have been treated to live and free on OH Report. One of the best high school games I have seen in a long, long time. This one's going to be one of those ones they call an instant classic. Hillsdale looked like they had this thing all sewn up and just could not put it away. And Malvern just sticking to their guns, slinging letting the All-Ohio quarterback sling the ball to Rodney Smith and Roy Simmons. And Roy Simmons, 5'7", 155. No one's played bigger tonight. Malvern kicks it off. That's their deepest kickoff of the night. And that's fielded by McFadden. McFadden gets to the sideline and ushered out of bounds with 26 seconds left. And now it's Hillsdale's turn. They've got a kid that can sling it too, and they've got 3 wide receivers that have an advantage in every 50-50 ball. This one's not over, folks. 1st and 10 for Hillsdale. Looked like they had this thing all but put away, even on that last possession. Penalty, tackle behind the line of scrimmage, put him behind the sticks and allowed Malvern back into this thing. Now Hillsdale's got to find magic. Sloan, quarterback, 4 wide. And he's got a quick out route to McFadden. McFadden catches it for a 11-yard gain. 21 seconds left. Beautiful catch by McFadden, keeping the toes in. And it's it's a Buckeye Horizon 1st and 10 for Hillsdale. Hillsdale, they can sling it too. This is all Cale Lewis now and his receivers. Lewis back. Looks deep for McFadden. McFadden got a step. Oh, and it's tipped. And he almost comes down with it. At the last second, Rodney Smith comes over and makes a play. But what did I talk about? Don't tip it in the air. Knock it down. And Rodney Smith almost lets one go through his hands. Hayden McFadden knew he had his hands on it and had a chance. He's so frustrated. But I said, Hillsdale's got 3 receivers that in every chance there's a 50-50 ball, all 3 of those guys have an advantage. Hillsdale, 2nd and 10, 15.5 seconds left. Lewis back in the gun. Rolls to his right. Chucks the ball up. No one home. 3rd and 10. But gets the ball out of bounds and stops the clock with 10.5 seconds left. And I cannot believe what I have seen tonight. We'll go over the stats at the end of the game. But there's going to be some eye-popping stats from some guys. Some amazing individual efforts, as now Cale Lewis has got a little bit of a hitch in his giddy-up as he gets back to the huddle with the call. 10.5 seconds left. Looking for a touchdown on 2 plays here. Nothing short helps you. Lewis dumps it off to McFadden. McFadden's got a crease. McFadden down the sideline, and he's on the ground. 2 seconds left. Clock stops. Hillsdale has one last play left. I think right there they just tried to give their playmaker a chance to make a play, and he almost does it. You see it on replay. He beats one more guy, and Hillsdale wins that game on a tunnel screen. He was 1 tackle away. George, we have time for a replay on that last play. Look at this. Tunnel screen. If you don't like the call, just wait till the end. Because he had maybe just 1 or 2 guys to beat right there. And he has a chance. Tunnel screen, great blocking downfield. Oh, just tripped up. But gives Hillsdale on this last chance play. They already completed 1 Hail Mary this game at the end of the first half. Does Cale Lewis have some magic left in his arm? The clock will start on the snap. This is the last play. Malvern really needs to try and flush Cale Lewis to his left because he's got no receivers over there. Trips right. Lewis rolls his right. Throws up a Hail Mary. Here it is, folks, the game. Tipped in. Caught. Hillsdale caught the ball. Hayden McFadden caught the ball. Hillsdale's second Hail Mary of the game wins the game. It is pandemonium on the field. Zeros on the clock for Hillsdale. Hillsdale won the game. Malvern players cannot believe it. I cannot believe it. I do not believe what I have just seen. Hillsdale completed 2 Hail Marys in this game. 1 at the end of the first half. 1 at the end of the second half. Malvern would not go away. Fought all the way back to take the lead by 4 points. Hillsdale throws a Hail Mary. Knock it down. Malvern tips it up. Hayden McFadden let one go through his hands down the left sideline. And he did not let a second one go through his hands. Hillsdale wins the game on the last play, 50-48. I'm not going to go to sleep until 5 in the morning. This is nuts. What a game. Oh. Hats off to Malvern, the Malvern community, the Malvern football team, and the Malvern coaching staff. Literally down 3 possessions in the fourth quarter. They fight all the way back, and they came 1.8 seconds short of a regional championship game. Unbelievable. Hillsdale shakes hands with Malvern. What an incredible game. Absolutely no one on the Malvern sidelines has any reason to hang their head. Hillsdale moves on to the Final Four, a regional championship game. And if you're playing Hillsdale and you've watched this game, I've talked about it every time I've covered them, how great their balance is. And Hillsdale, I haven't seen the final stats. Owen Sloan had to have had 275 yards. Malvern makes the adjustments, starts to shut down Sloan, and then Hillsdale throws it over your head. So good luck stopping that offense. It's going to take a state championship effort to do it. Either way, we'll take a break. When we come back, we'll have our end of the game stats in our Sloan Concrete post-game show, and we'll try and get a player of the game up here for an interview. Stick with us. We'll be right back.
Picking up new hobbies such as cooking is another manly way to avoid depression and reduce stress. Today, I'm going to teach you how to make my world-famous guaco mahogany. First, mash up 5 or 6 of these green things. Then add hot sauce, this lettuce stuff, these red things, salt, some of this stuff, and limes, and finally, bacon to taste. Delicious.
it's time to wake 'em up. They been sleeping on me, think it's time to wake 'em up. You've been playing it safe, now it's time to shake it up. Playing it safe, now it's time to shake it up. So it's time to make a change. Yeah, it's time to break the chains. Yeah, it's time to bring the pain. Let them know, tell them we are not the same. I'm the one that got the flames. With my team, but you know we come to slay. Let them know that we didn't come to play. Nah, we came to win. I'm ready for anything that they can bring. Bring it on, let me do my thing. I'm a giant, they can move the king. If you never risk it, then you never know. If it's holding you back, you gotta let it go. You gotta give it all you gotta let them know. You are on another level, you are ruthless. Switch it up, it's the new flex. Ruthless, ruthless.
Welcome back to MASSILLON Perry High School, where the Hillsdale Falcons were almost shocked by Malvern, but Hillsdale rushes for an eye-popping, let's look at these end-of-game stats now, eye-popping 300 yards and completes 2 Hail Marys on what is arguably one of the best wins in Hillsdale High School football history. 302 rush yards. Owen Sloan personally accounted for 286 of those yards on 36 carries. I'll get that tightened up a little bit toward when I see the stats, but we're trying to find Owen Sloan for an interview. But right there's your end of game stats. First downs, Malvern held a slight advantage there. Rush yards, you can see it was all Hillsdale. Pass yards, it was all Malvern. Total yards, very close, 470, 476. Penalties almost killed Hillsdale. Penalties almost killed them. They had a chance to put Malvern away. They get hit with 2 penalties, put them behind the sticks. They're forced to punt. Malvern goes down and scores, puts them down by 4. Hillsdale miraculously pulls it off on their second Hail Mary of the night. Also, another big story of the night was turnovers. Hillsdale had 2. One of them was on the goal line. Malvern picks it off and runs it out to give themselves a chance. They drive down the field. They scored on that drive too. 50-48. We are bringing a very tired Owen Sloan over for a post-game interview. But stick with us, folks. We'll get Owen Sloan up here, and we'll have his final stats when he gets here. But I've got him for 200. What was that, Jory? What did I say? 286 yards for Sloan on the ground on 287 yards on 37 carries. Now, what I really like about Owen Sloan tonight is he made me look smart when it's so easy to make me look dumb. Because I said if Hillsdale wins, it will be on the back of Owen Sloan. And, brother, there ain't nothing more than putting your team on the back than 37 carries and 287 yards against a team that is roughly 38-9 since 2020. So Owen Sloan's making his way up here. We have a microphone for him, Jory. Okay, we'll take a quick break. When we come back, interview with Owen Sloan. Stick with us. We'll be right back.
Hi, I'm Josh with Scout Construction, proud sponsor of local teams and athletes. Check out your favorite local sports right here on the OH Report.
They been sleeping on me, think it's time to wake 'em up. They been sleeping on me, think it's time to wake 'em up. You've been playing it safe, now it's time to shake it up. Playing it safe, now it's time to shake it up. So it's time to make a change. Yeah, it's time to break the chains. Yeah, it's time to bring the pain. Let them know, tell them we are not the same. I'm the one that got the flames. With my team, but you know we come to slay. Let them know that we didn't come to play. Nah, we came to win. I'm ready for anything that they can bring. Bring it on, let me do my thing. I'm a giant. hear blowing up. If you never risk it, then you never know. If it's holding you back, you gotta let it go. You gotta give it all you got, you gotta let them know. You are on another level, you are ruthless.
ZACK TRUAX here with our player of the game, Owen Sloan. And I said at the beginning of the game, if Hillsdale wins, it's going to be because Owen Sloan had a big game. And, brother, they don't get any bigger than that. 37 carries, 287 yards, 3 touchdowns. And when the game started, it looked like you guys were really committed to the pass. And Malvern has some amazing athletes on the back end.
Yeah.
Was there a conversation that happened on the sidelines with you and the coaching staff? And when did the team go, okay, we're switching to the power run? When did that happen?
Well, we tried the power run one time, and it worked really well, and our line did really good at it. So we just started doing that until they really couldn't stop it.
Yeah, and you guys stuck with it, and you just rode it and rode it and rode it. And what I love about the way you run is when you get to the line of scrimmage, so many backs, especially so many young backs, hit the line of scrimmage and their heads drop down and they're running the back of their blockers and they're not seeing the creases. But there's that fine line, right? You don't want to come to the line of scrimmage and be dancing, making too many cuts behind the line of scrimmage. You seem to do an amazing job at getting to the line of scrimmage, reading your blocks, and making one cut. What's your mindset? Like tell the younger football players out there, what do you see and how do you develop that skill set?
I just trust my line. I know they're gonna open up holes for me, so I be a little patient for that. And once they do, I just take advantage of that.
And you certainly do. You run behind your blocks better than any back I've seen all year. You're patient, and when it's time to explode, you seem to find that extra gear. And tonight, as they're feeding you the rock, right? And you're seeing that defense start to wear down, man. What's that do to your offensive lineman? What are the conversations like in the huddle when everyone in the stadium knows you're going to run the ball and you still run the ball on them?
Yeah, I mean, everyone loves it, and they always they put me on their back, or I put the and we just keep trucking, and it just works.
It works. It certainly did. And now I want to switch gears a little bit because the two biggest you had the workhorse day, right? 37 carries, 287 yards. But the two biggest plays were the Hail Marys at the end of the game.
Yep.
And you know your guys are out there on the edge, and you stay in the block. And you know if you can give Cale Lewis that extra second, and you give you guys that extra second, I said there's no one better than 50-50 balls than your guys.
Oh, yeah.
What's that feel like to see those guys come down with those Hail Marys twice?
Oh, yeah, we just got great athletes out in space, and I know that 50-50 ball, more than likely they're going to come down with it, and Cale, you give him time, he's going to make a good throw and a great decision.
Man, you guys got Cuyahoga Heights next week. It doesn't get any easier. It's a tougher game next week. You probably played the best game of your life this week.
Yeah.
And it may take
a little bit more
next week.
Yep.
And so Sunday morning, you go into film sessions, you watch the film, and this class, this team is a very junior-led. The juniors are really the leaders on this team. What's the mindset? What's the conversations with the guys going forward to get ready for next week?
Well, we just keep wanting to get better every week. We know that tonight was not our best game yet either, and we just have a great team and a great team chemistry, and we just don't want to be done, and we owe it to our seniors, so we just want to keep trucking.
Man, that's the best answer you could have given. Now, what I want you to do, I want you to look in that camera, give a shout-out to anyone you would give a shout-out to.
My O-line and my family.
Hey, that's Owen Sloan, your 89 homes and building improvements player of the game. Owen, great game, buddy. Congratulations. Good job. And we're back at MASSILLON Perry High School in your Sloan Concrete post-game show. We just saw your 89 homes and building improvements player of the game, Owen Sloan, his pop's own Sloan Concrete. Like I said, 287 yards on 37 carries, man. It doesn't get any better than that. One of the best high school football games I've ever seen. Both teams fought right down to the end. In the end, Hillsdale just 1.8 seconds and one play better than Malvern. Really maybe 2 seconds better because you had the Hail Mary to end the first half and then a Hail Mary to end the game and then just some great disciplined football in between. But the road does not get any easier for Hillsdale. Cuyahoga Heights a traditional power awaits them in the regional championship game. So it's back to the drawing board for Hillsdale. They've got some, Owen Sloan said it wasn't their best game. I would beg to differ. I would think that's the best game I've seen them play all year. And so really looking forward to that matchup next week. I'm hoping OH Report can be there. We'll see if that happens or not. But for Jory Skoronsky, Keaton Cooper on the camera, this is ZACK TRUAX signing off from MASSILLON Perry High School, live and free on OH Report. Thanks for joining us, folks. Have a great weekend.